Blossom.
Michelle Diamond, what's the tea, girl?
Hi, baby.
How my camera look? It doesn't look crooked.
It looks good.
Okay, cool. Oh, you got your titties pushed. Let me push mine up too. Oh, y'all can see my function. Oh, bitch! Blossom, bitch. I should have got some pasties, girl. You think I should have got some pasties? I should might be talking to somebody else.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. You think I should have got some pasties?
I think that would have been good.
I'll just cover
But
my
you look
hair like this,
amazing.
girl. Huh?
You look amazing.
You do too. You know, I was filming some stuff for my YouTube channel.
You said what?
I was filming some stuff for my YouTube channel, which is why I got lashes and stuff on.
Hi, Facebook user. It don't say who you are, but I want to make sure I acknowledge you.
Oh, we live? Oh my God.
We are live. So, as we kind of wait on the rest of our guests to come in, I kind of want to make sure that everything is good on their end. So I was doing like a little last minute, shopping for my Valentine to make sure that she got everything that she need, So, it took me a couple minutes, but we here. I am so glad you came, Blossom.
I'm so grateful to be here as always. I love you dearly.
Love you too. I want to make sure that the other ladies have the link in. I want to make sure they have the link in our group.
I think they do, because that's what I clicked on.
Okay, perfect. So we got 6 people viewing us. Welcome, y'all. Share this broadcast on your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter. Share it on your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter.
I thought we were going to keep going. I'm sorry.
You're so silly, Blossom. I never met anybody as silly as me, so it's refreshing. And it's Valentine's Day. So we can begin talking. Thank you so much, John. So we can begin talking about today, and talk about the girls being late. Get y'all ass in this broadcast, whatever, what have you, or what not. This is Trans After Dark. This is a special edition. This is where we take our conversations from Clubhouse to YouTube, Facebook, and beyond. So you get a chance to experience a little bit of our naughty and a little bit of our nice. So an equal balance of both. So make sure y'all share this broadcast. I'm not sure what's happening with our other ladies. But
they could be are they backstage?
I don't see them backstage.
Okay.
Want to make sure I got this set up all the right way, right? Yeah, I don't see them.
You just have to wait. Y'all ain't gonna get me together on Facebook Live.
Period, right?
Girl, we are so. Should I wear my hat?
Oh, I love the hat too. Still
a mess.
So, I'm not able to send them a message in our group. Are you able to do it in our group?
Hold on. Because I think somebody was just.
Okay, so as Blossom check in on the rest of the ladies, again, y'all share this broadcast on your Facebook, your Instagram, and your Twitter. One of the best vibes that you're going to find on a live broadcast, and we're sharing it here with you for Valentine's Day. And yeah. we can get y'all a little grooving going on here. In the meantime, in between time, get y'all some music, babies. That a friend left at my house. Okay, here we go. Let me pour some on your T.S. Biggie Smalls. Instead of stressing yourself out. Hello. Blossom snatched the girls up in these streets. That's my sister.
Yeah, so one had a power outage, and then the other is driving home, but she'll definitely tap in as soon as she gets home.
What did you say, Blossom?
So one is dealing with a power outage, and then one is gonna tap in when she gets home. She's driving.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. As long as we know they in motion. It's not like my sister to be late. Lala is always
Lala
on
is
time
looking
and
good.
me for
What's
not
up,
being
Lala?
on time. Like,
come on, face.
Like you. And thank my sisters for showing up all beautiful and whatnot. I definitely appreciate y'all effort. Y'all showing up for y'all sister. Tommy, welcome to the broadcast. Feel free to join the conversation if you would like to be on as well. My sisters look so good. I saw T.S. Biggie Smalls in here too. I let her in, but I'm not sure if it.
Yeah, gotta let me know what's going on.
I love live television.
So this is what we do on Clubhouse, but you get a chance to see our beautiful faces today. We're not sitting behind an icon or anything. The icons are showing up in person, so you get a chance to get into all this beauty. And some of us are single in these streets, and some of us are not, but we're here anyway, And yes, honey. So, did you ladies get something for Valentine's Day?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about what you got, if you don't mind?
I got a teddy bear.
Uh-huh.
And I got some Carolina Herrera perfume. And I got some cute little, underwears. And, because I am my perfect Valentine. So I want to challenge women, particularly Black women, particularly trans women that have been bought into that Valentine's Day is a day because you are lonely and you accept, you're just it's none of that, baby. It is, it's a day of pouring in love into yourself. So when your day do come, you be ready, honey. Like my sister knows, I buy myself fresh flowers every week. I'm not waiting on no man to bring me the flowers. That way, when he doesn't do it, he gonna know, oh, that ain't gonna work for me. So it's just like I am imploring people to love themselves today and just, not get into that, boggled of like, oh, it's a day of love. I don't have nobody. Like, have some people that's celebrating. They ain't got nobody either. It's just a facade. But for those who are lovers, I'm happy for you. But for folks who get so depressed and boggled, do not love on yourself, treat yourself. That's what I did. And I sent my Valentine's gift. I sent my sisters, my mom, my kids, little Valentine's Cash App. So like I spread the love as well.
And thank you so much for my gift.
Yes, thank you so much, Shia, for the gifts that you sent earlier too.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, I agree with Lala 100%. This was a Valentine's for me, self-love Valentine's for me. Like I put on a freakum dress a little while ago. I took pictures. I cooked some cheeseburgers because that's what a girl wants. And I was just reflecting on how much of the work I've done in this department when it comes to just love. Because I used to be that girl that was just like, I ain't got nobody, feeling all sad, feeling all depressed. But when you know your self-worth, and when you know you raised the bar so high that not everybody can touch it, it is what it is. And so I'm just grateful to love myself, hug myself, more into like what I love and what I want. And we're here, girl.
Orgasm yourself.
Yes.
I think some people get it misconstrued just because trans women are single, that they can't get anyone. And so, I just wanted to clear that up, when trans women are empowered and they empower themselves, what it looks like when we don't have to be with someone to be or feel validated. And so this is an amazing, space that we're sharing together as sisters. And I think it's so important that we treat ourselves and we treat each other, because if a person that shows up in your life can't show up like you show up or like your sister show up, should they really be holding up that much space? Living rent free all in your heart and mind?
Oh.
So this is just a way for us, to feel empowered. And I kind of was, as I was going and talking to, my Uber driver or whatnot, as I was going to pick up, my Valentines for that special someone in my life, which is me. And I was like talking to the Uber driver, and the Uber driver said that 60% of women bought their own fucking flowers. So as you're seeing, looking around and stuff, you're seeing all these posts and stuff. We know how social media is and how we reach for that climb. And it's about trying to put on airs for social media, like we're happy, like we're joyous during this time, but we're not. And for those of us who are actually joyous and who have chosen to marry ourselves, to treat ourselves, to date ourselves during these special holidays, I think it's the most empowering thing, because it's that joy that we kind of lose once we give others a seat at our table. And in a romantic way, of course. And they're not able to empower you in any way, uplift you in any type of way. And so I think this is us uplifting ourselves, reclaiming Valentine's Day for the singles who are still out in these streets ready to mingle. And so they get a chance to see some gorgeous women on social media ranting,
baby.
raving.
I didn't say I was ready to mingle, honey. I'm completely content with like loving myself. I really am. And I think that now that I'm 42, like I'm just so content with this, like my mindset's different. Like I want different and I require different for someone to be with me. So like, yes, we should be loving on ourselves anyway. Like Valentine, you should start with loving yourself and then moving forward and wanting someone else to love you. But I've always, as long as she has known me, I've always, every week, honey, I keep fresh flowers in my house. I always, anytime I go to any event, or somebody's house I'm invited to, I'm bringing some flowers. And I did that because one time I went to an event and I brought one of my friends flowers, and they looked at me like I was crazy. And I was like, what's wrong? They was like, no one in their life has ever given them flowers besides them buying them for themselves. And so for me, I didn't want my sisters or friends to leave Earth without receiving flowers from me. So when I go to people's events or birthdays or accomplishments, I'm always sending flowers, because that's something that some people really don't get, that people think everybody doesn't get flowers.
It's so true. And I remember the first time I experienced getting flowers from you, and I cried because like you showed up in the moment that I wasn't accustomed to. And so I was like, made a Black trans woman feel special. It's always been my thing to have people show up for me and be horribly let down. And so friends, family. So I felt like, you know, when you showed up, I'm like, my sister loves me. And it was so impactful and so powerful that we are still friends today. You know, sometimes you remove the toxicity in your life because people show up in a way that's not healthy or affirming in your life. And they bring so much trauma into your life. I had friends that would out me, that reminded the boys every other, you know, second, oh, you know that's a man, right? No, boo, boo, boo. Not a man. Never have I been a man. Never will I be a man. And so the fact that you have become like this gender police and feel that you need to alert every man that is attracted to me, that desires me, it just shows just how vulnerable your femininity is. And how toxic it is. And so so I had to like let friends go, you know, and it was cis women that I love and still love to this day. But do they love me in a way that I need? And no. And so I had to remove all those people, friends, some family, all their great stuff, in order to get this sense of happiness that I've been searching for, to get this fulfillment that most cis people get a chance to have without little effort. You know, happy Valentine's Day to all our Facebook users. Yes, I see the sisters. Yes,
could y'all please share the live? Please
Share,
everyone.
please.
Yes, share it on your Facebook, your Instagram, and your Twitter.
Yes, share it
on your Facebook, your Instagram, and your Twitter.
Hey.
Share it on your Facebook, your Instagram, and your Twitter.
Hey.
Share it on your Facebook, your Instagram, and your Twitter. This is Trans After Dark. I am Shia Diamond.
I'm Lala Sanel.
I am Coach Blossom C. Brown.
I'm Ashley Breathe. I apologize for being late. Happy Valentine's Day to all my
Happy
beautiful
Valentine's Day.
sisters.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, love.
I'm wicked.
We are we're just happy that you're here. Now, before we start getting shady and stuff and say the girls are always late and stuff like that, you know, I'm not even gonna say that. Is it too late?
No, I wasn't late. Everyone else was on time.
Me and Bridget were backstage.
Child,
Yes, we were just sitting there. You didn't see us?
I did see, and I know I saw Blossom.
We were abandoned backstage. That's a StreamYard.
I saw Blossom, you know, backstage, and I was still trying to pull a look together. You know, I had the little rollers and stuff on my little mannequin. I started stripping her down and just like, you know, okay, girl, you done had enough of my wig, you know, and now it's mama time to put on this wig. And so dusted the face a little bit, and it was like 8:01 kind of when I started. And I was just like, you know, but we are here. And I think we left off with Ashley.
What happened?
We left off on our introductions.
Oh yeah. Okay. What happened?
Shia, do you see that logo thing that's on the bottom?
Yeah,
I do.
it's in a way.
I think you could remove that.
Okay.
It's a banner.
Yeah, because you can't even do anything.
Wait, how do I share it?
Gotta just cut and paste the link. That's what I did. I put it on my Twitter, and I put it on my in my Bigo group chat.
Oh, you put it in Bigo?
Okay.
Yeah, my family chat. So my family come on through.
You on Bigo? You
Huh?
on Bigo? You
Oh,
on
baby?
Bigo?
Yeah, I'm in the
You're
house of
on
Milan.
Bigo? Word.
Yeah, I'm in the house of Milan.
Hey, Brianna.
Hey, y'all.
Hey,
Brianna. Hey, y'all.
Hey, Brianna. I know Brianna was in here as well.
She may be just testing out the YouTube.
Yeah, I'm over here
Just testing
sharing.
out.
I'm trying to get these shares in here.
Is it hanging up in the closet?
Maybe I need to
Give
look
me
on my
shares up in here, baby.
laptop.
On the left-hand side.
Royalty forever. Thank you.
Royalty forever.
Yes.
Royalty,
We're not sure who you were calling beautiful, but we all gonna
darling.
claim that in Jesus' name.
And we'll never be royals. Royals.
Okay.
That love was not for love.
And you grab my
Live a
damn
different
dress.
kind of love.
Let me be your
ruler.
It's like,
Ruler. You can call me Queen
You
Bee.
should have had some music on, honey.
I rule. Let me live that
fantasy.
Okay.
Hey. So I hope that nobody is nervous and y'all are bringing that energy, honey, that I know and love from Clubhouse, and bring it to YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So oh, thank you, Royalty Forever. You know, I feel like I was gonna snatch that compliment up out of the air anyway. So regardless who it came from, even if it was like Blossom's family, Lala's family, or whatnot, they were like, "You look so beautiful, cuz." Oh, thank you, cuz. They were like, "Shit, we don't know you."
Oh no. Who said that? Who said that?
All I know is I am so happy to be here with my sisters.
Yes.
I'm too as well.
Sisterly Valentines, honey.
So this is what my Valentine gave me.
Aww.
You know, and she gave me this too.
Oh,
You know, so, and she gave my fat ass this. And I would like to thank Shia so much. Shia Diamond, you are amazing. Thank you so much for being my Valentine's this year. I love you. But that's what this is about. It's about loving on ourselves. I kind of took this journey that I was thinking like a few years ago, like, you know, when I was in a relationship and I used to like beg, you know, the guys I was with, boo, let's go to the movies, whatever you up with now. And, you know, I feel like it was so much of a challenge, and that this guy would rather play the video game than to take a beautiful woman out on the town and show her a good time. You know, that the only time you can show me a good time is in the bedroom. And so I said, you know what? I'm finna start taking myself to the movies. And so I had like this tradition to where I would go to the movies by my damn self. To where I would invite my girlfriends, my good Judies, come on out, let's catch this show. And so, you know, I found myself transferring that energy from him to them. And like, Blossom, girl, you ain't gonna go to the movies with me, girl, for real, girl. Get your butt out of bed. Come on, stop playing.
I'm sorry.
La la. You know, this is I'm just like using examples, you know.
Because when she used to ask me did I want to go, I was like, girl, I'm not going to no movies.
Yeah. But you know, that's what it was. And I felt like it was so empowering just to know that I could go by myself, because I think I was kind of afraid to show up in the world by myself. You know, you live this existence to where you feel so alone, and that, you know, when you realize that it's so empowering to go to the movies alone, when it's so empowering to go and get that mani and that pedi, you know, to get your hair done, to get that facial, you know, to get that massage, you know. And if the pandemic wasn't taking over the world, I would literally have some strippers that would come through, dance and stuff. We'll probably have like a little a V-Day get together, invite a couple, you know, strippers, have some, chocolates, maybe the little chocolate fountain and whatnot, and just like feel beautiful, feel sexy, feel desired, and I think sometimes when we have this like void in these relationships, there is this sense that, you kind of don't want to look pretty. And so that's why I challenged all the girls, well, I should say all the ladies, to challenge all these grown ass ladies, on Valentine's Day, that fuck these dates, fuck these men, fuck these women, fuck these thems, and fuck these days. And that's not going to show up and love upon all this. And, and let's get beautiful for the moment, for ourselves. Let's get on social media, post about, what our Valentine's, i.e., what we got for ourselves for Valentine's Day.
Right.
Man.
I mean, I think we need, once you learn that you don't need a man to do anything, you could do anything.
It's so true.
And I think for a long time, we've, as trans women, we've looked at, the societal norm and said, oh, I want to be like a cis woman who has a cis man who takes care of me, who holds my hand.
And he only sees you at nighttime. But I get the
It's like then you wake up and realize that, these dudes are for everyone. And it's like, oh, I don't want to get started with the
that
trade.
You don't
They
have
always
nothing
leave to the
special.
trade.
Right.
Stay away.
The whole thing, Ashley, is when, you walk past like this cisgender woman and this cisgender man. And when she looks at you, looks up and down, and she grabs her man's arm and kind of like looks back at you like, yeah, this is me. And come on to him. And you looking like, oh, girl, that was my Friday.
Yeah.
And I didn't want him. He was a throwback. He was a little fish, and I decided to throw it back. And you grabbed his old tired ass and welcomed him back on home. And so it's not this thing to where, people really care about, the relationships other people are in, because you kind of already been there. You see the warning signs. You see when they're walking together, he's still looking and checking out the scenes to see what else is on the market.
He could go right back to that marketplace because Memphis don't have the time. I can't put, no, I'm not doing it.
You say you can go back to the marketplace.
Oh.
Church fan.
Oh.
Where's my church fan?
Here we go.
Oh, you bought your church fan?
I got one
Oh,
that's in there somewhere. Let me go get her.
Ladies, we have to get our church fan out. Because during those moments, now we can show our visual church fan. Lala, who gave
So
you
me and
the
Lala
teddy
would just
bear?
wave our stuffed animals.
Yes.
This is our church fan.
I ain't got a stuffed animal.
Church fan. Oh, so it'd be more like church fan.
I got it. Finally.
Yes.
I know all
Make sure y'all are sharing the live. Make sure y'all go in Clubhouse and tell the girls that we are on.
The girls
we're doing a live version of.
So for those that are watching, this is the infamous Trans After Dark Clubhouse show that we're bringing to YouTube.
And the crazy part is Trans After
And
Dark
the girls
is
are
going
still on Clubhouse
tonight
talking.
on Clubhouse. Wow.
Yes.
The girls are still talking. They're not.
You said the girls are still talking?
Oh, yeah, they're in the room on Clubhouse.
Are they still in that room?
Yeah, Bridget's showing.
On our live, honey.
They are in Trans After Dark, aren't they?
I don't think anyone told them up in there. They're just having a whole kiki.
Right, they're just having a whole conversation.
Child, that room been going on for a whole day.
Girl, 3
It's
days.
been over 24 hours. It sure has.
It's been like 48 hours.
It's pushing it. It's about to hit 48 now.
Y'all getting cussed out by Shia on live. Y'all not here on our live.
Live. Get your ass in the room where y'all at. Come on and cut up in these comments.
Noise me what live.
Cut up in these comments. Let them know how we get down. They can also follow us on Clubhouse. On Clubhouse, I am Shia Diamond as well. Coach Blossom. You got Lala After Dark, honey. You got Ashley Breeze. You know, she's always Ashley in these streets. So and you have Bridget, who you can find in Clubhouse as well.
Bridget, this is my first time seeing you in person. You look so good, girl.
Cool.
You.
Fine. Girl, you should have seen me right when I was backstage, girl. I didn't have a wig on, no lashes. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like,
girl, you look amazing.
Church fan.
Girl.
What's up, y'all? I'm back, honey. I went in the room. I struck the table. I'm trying to see if the girls gonna come through. We about to see. I even told the train to come through. So
the train came through.
Oh my! Don't come up here and do no show. Do not do it, Will.
I'm gonna tell you how I tell everybody in the room. If you come up here with the foolishness, you're getting the boot.
Hi, Will.
Hi,
hey, y'all.
Hi, Will.
Hey.
Is there anything you want to say? You came up here. Anything you want to say?
Thank you for welcoming me.
That's all you want to say?
Right now.
Don't put the man on the spot like that, you know.
Oh, I'm going to. Like, really? Where my gift at?
Oh,
we have not entered the Sweat Hotel, darling.
We entered the Sweat Hotel.
Get your church fans out.
La, you know that's not how you say the Sweat Hotel.
The
Now,
Sweat
Hotel. Right. If you're gonna say it, you gotta say it right.
The
I haven't had enough of these yet. I haven't had enough of these yet.
What is that? What is that? Your Coca-Cola?
Where?
Look, a Coca-Cola.
Oh no, honey, that is. I am drinking Don Julio 1942 with Red Bull and tea.
So you done created a whole little situation.
Yes, I have. I created a whole situation. Will, you should come over and have a drink with me.
I'm about to. I'm on my way.
Oh!
Don't get on here capping. Don't get on here capping in front of my sisters. Don't do that.
Oh!
Because they will call you out on it for not showing up. So don't do that.
Yes, we will call you for not showing up. We would. You'll be the conversation for Trans After Dark. For our next show, that's in Clubhouse, we'd be like, girl, he wasn't no good. Girl, I could look at his video and say when he was live, he wasn't no good, girl. Oh yeah, for real. Mm-hmm.
That's my baby.
So y'all, so Will, are you single in these streets? Are you showing up on Valentine's all single and whatnot?
Wait, what?
Hello, Will.
Wait, what was the question?
I said, you showed up single.
I am single.
Well, happy Valentine to you.
Thanks.
Happy Valentine.
Appreciate it.
I'm saying, okay, there's Bianca.
Bianca, hi.
Hey y'all, I am broadcasting.
I'm single too.
Because thousands of people around me are power home now, right at 8 o'clock.
Oh
Conveniently.
Yeah, I am mostly indisposed, but I'm here. I'm in good health. I'm warm.
Oh no.
So yeah, I'm just happy to be here.
And we're definitely happy to have you here. You was still in Trans After Dark?
No, I was in another room. I made something called "What Do the Lonely Do at Christmas" just because I got sick of.
Yes, what was that about?
I like that song by The Emotions, right? And I was just like, I like this song, and it's not a Valentine's Day related thing, but I was lonely by myself today, so.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, not in that sense, but in the other body want to be nice sense. So.
Let me ask, does the trade know Bianca because he turned his camera off when she came in?
I cannot with you.
Let me answer your
church
question.
fan. That was a
With
big
Ashley,
church fan.
Let me answer your question with the answer.
You see how fast and well it is for you to
Miss
get
Ashley don't come to play.
So you better show up. My sister said show up. You better show up.
No, honey.
Ashley don't play.
I don't know. I don't know. Will you know Bianca?
Basketball game.
Okay.
It was. I'm joking. It was just.
Yeah.
It was a coincidence that the camera went black.
When Will graduates from college, we're gonna get married and we're gonna move to California.
Yeah.
So wait a minute.
Up in the basketball game or something?
You said
What?
college man. Church man.
Yeah, he's in college. He's very, very tall and intelligent. But and after he graduates, he's gonna need a good woman like me to help him grounded in that career. So
Period.
Yes, we're getting married and we're moving to California.
Oh, you better talk about it. Behind every great man is a beautiful black trans woman and her sister.
Okay.
I like that.
Oh, my.
Or it could go another way.
Okay. How would it
Behind
go?
every great man is a beautiful black trans woman and her sisters that want a piece of him.
How did I know that was going to happen?
I mean, you gotta be real.
I know, like, I'm
There's not that many good men in the world.
Right, I'm very private and I be trying to be like real exclusive and stuff. Like I only let Will pop out with me, look real cute on the red carpet every once in a bloom because I know the girls be thirsty. So, I be keeping him at bay because he's so tall and like he's like, oh my gosh, he needs to stand up. He's not doing justice. He's like tall.
Ooh,
like,
man, you better go ahead.
Maybe stand up for us. Stand up for us.
Not right now.
You're not gonna stand up for us?
6.
So you would come up here and act.
You can tell
before you came up here that she was gonna act.
Is he 6'7", 8 foot March?
You can tell by those big old hands.
Okay, well,
his hands is big. He tall. Those lips, all that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The washboard abs, everything. Like, yeah.
My sister always challenged me to come back in these dating streets.
Is you coming over, Will? You can sit right here. We can both be on it together. You coming over?
Ooh.
Cue up, come over by Aaliyah.
That's what we needed. We need a little bit more of that energy in these
okay.
In these trans after dark streets.
I would be giving it, but like I said, my house is without power right now. We're in a blowout. I am in my vehicle. Where I am charging my portable charger.
So what did I miss on After Dark? Because the room is still going. So what did I miss?
Girl, just a bunch of tomfoolery, us acting up.
Oh, I have an announcement. Hold on. I have an announcement. Hold on. Hi, welcome to Trans After Dark, the live version, the video version with your moderators of Trans After Dark, the hottest and the longest running room on Clubhouse history. But I have a question to all of our cisgender people. If you are in the comments or you're listening to us, I just want to know. I honestly want to know. Why are you with your wives and your husbands today? And then tomorrow you're gonna be calling up your side piece trans person, and you still got to bring a gift, honey. You can't. You still got to bring a gift. You don't get the nookie for free, but our gift is. Why do y'all buy them flowers and chocolates and you be acting and then you go into the bathroom texting your little side piece, your little side trans? We talking about I can't sneak out the house today. Why do y'all do that to yourself? I'm trying to learn. I wasn't conditioned cisgender. So I really want to learn how y'all could just lie and sneak out the house.
This is what we want tonight. This is where we're going.
I was very much conditioned to cisgender. So I was one of those
you can answer for them.
Hey, sister.
that didn't realize he was doing all that super texting, you know. And by the time you turn around, he done. By the time you turn around, it's been deleted, erased all that stuff. He done already set up a whole little booty call.
Okay.
I feel bad for all the side chicks today. I think they're very lonely.
Blossom, I need a training. I need a cisgender training. I need a training.
I'm not doing it.
I feel bad for all the side chicks today. I know today was
shout out to all the side chicks.
365 days out of the year if it's a leap year. But I'm sorry, today was not your day. I know it feels bad for you to be the coleslaw and the mashed potatoes for somebody else's piece of chicken. I'm so sorry about that. But you know, it's all right, side chicks, side fellas. Tomorrow, you get your day back.
Blossom.
But you know what, though?
Oh,
you know what, though? See, the side chicks not worried because they probably got their gifts before.
All right, royalty. Well, you know, my sister Bianca is single, honey. My sister is single, Miss Bianca, child.
Okay, there she goes.
You see that, Bianca? You see that?
Royalty is not playing no games.
Wait,
I feel that energy. You know, I feel that energy. Royalty forever.
Forever.
So it would have to be royalty forever to say if I had a beautiful trans woman in my life.
Now you know my girlfriend Bianca.
Ever have to be a side piece.
Make sure, ladies, get your lashes, ladies. Get
Not
your
like
lashes.
some dirty secret.
Oh
I
yeah.
would treat her like a queen.
Get your Bella lashes. Get your Tori Bella lashes.
Get your Tori Bella lashes.
Tonight I have on my ladies' night. These are ladies' night.
And I have on my mink. Yes, honey. You got to step your pussy up, honey. And she a diamond.
These are Sparrow.
Or whatnot. You got to be blinking at these hoes.
Okay. Where are my headphones at? It's happening in the
ear. You know, speaking of those endeavors, and I would welcome all the ladies to talk about their latest endeavors. My latest endeavor, as we were talking about, is I am an affiliate for an advanced affiliate for Tori Bell. And so I was really kind of like, you know, attached to the magnetic lashes. Like before I discovered all the other stuff, for me, it was the magnetic lashes. Because I always tell about how I used to use the hair glue. I'm hood, bougie hood chick. So I would use the hair glue to put them lashes on. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, while the cows are being violated for the milk without permission, my little, you know, real eyelashes was coming off. And so with this magnetic thing, I just draw a little, you know, liquid eyeliner on that thing, let it wait, you know, pop her on, take her off, put her back on, you know. So yeah, I really love that. And so I started doing that, and I just love, because I've never been able to sell anything. So for me, it's all, you know, it's kind of affirming to feel like this saleswoman, you know. And some people, they're just like, you know, you're a recording artist. You shouldn't be selling that. Child, I'm a Black trans woman. I'm gonna sell every motherfucking thing I have to sell, including my ass if I had to.
You're promoting it. That's a sponsorship.
Like, you're not gonna stop me from putting cornbread on my table. You're not gonna stop me from making sure there is vegan steak on my stove. You know, so
they can be vegan.
A sister going to eat. You know,
steak can be vegan. Steak can be vegan. I didn't know that.
Child, they got vegan everything. I didn't
know that.
They got even vegan pork.
Right. I just discovered this substitute for fish, which is called Blossom.
Oh. Oh, how it tastes?
Yes, ma'am. I haven't tasted it yet. I just saw it on YouTube. So just look up vegan fish. So yeah, it's called blossom honey. And
Blossom get on my nerves.
so I'm going to try me some blossom honey. I'm gonna season her up. You know,
Man, I can't stand y'all. Y'all are so bad. I love y'all. I love y'all.
you know, and I'm gonna eat up that blossom honey, no lesbo.
Oh, don't worry, you get your vitamin.
You know how the boys be saying no homo. Yes,
and
it
your
is very much homo. Everything
Okay.
you said and did, it was very much homo. No homo, man. No homo.
What?
I think we have to call a thing, honey. You know, let me get Lala back in here.
What happened?
I don't know.
My computer over here doing shows, honey. The devil is a lie, honey.
Y'all know what? You can't do anything outside of this like screen because
No, it just yeah, my mouse is crazy and it just like closed out the whole freaking thing when I was trying to share it.
Because earlier my light had dimmed down. I was just trying to lighten it back up and it kicked me completely off the thing.
Hi, whoever the Facebook user is. Hi.
Oh yeah, you know it does say Facebook user. That's one thing I'm always like, who is that?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Yes, to everybody who is.
Okay, so I got a question for you all.
Let's do it.
What is your favorite? And if you're not into it, it's okay. Like, what's your favorite? Like, your favorite either rom-com or romance movie, or just like what is your favorite one? And I'll start. Like, my ultimate favorite is loving motherfucking basketball. I love loving basketball, baby. Like, I was on every college basketball game looking for my basketball player. I wanted that life. I loved loving basketball. I loved it.
For me, it would have to be the Titanic.
Okay. Mine.
And it's because like if a man is willing to allow to die for this pussy, you know, and you know, like that love was so beautiful because you don't find people who will step up and who would want to live, who will protect you. And so I thought that movie was incredibly sad, but it was incredibly touching and beautiful on so many levels. And Celine Dion, honey, delivered. Wherever you are, you know.
Come on, Celine.
And those waterworks came. I was just like,
I love that movie. I did, but see, what happens is when you join the movement, you can't watch movies like that no more. Because my thing was like, girl, you are selfish. You could have shared that board. There was so much shit this man that did for you, and you're gonna be selfish and just sit on the board and let him freeze to death. It was so many parts of that movie. I felt that she was selfish. She could have shared that board with that man.
For me,
when you think about just like how dirty it was, like how there was so much classism that went on to who got a chance to get a rescue boat. And I just thought that was the ultimate shade, and I could only imagine being a Black trans woman in that time, in that moment. That I would have left my Black ass.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. What's yours, Bridget? Who's next, honey? Who's next, honey? Who's your favorite?
What's
your favorite?
Love Jones.
Love Jones was good too. Yeah. Love Jones was good too.
The poetry, the jazz, the New York feel, like it was just, I was here for it.
Yeah.
And when he wrote the one about Nina, the blues in my left eye and the right eye in my funk, I think that's how it went. Baby. But I just can't take how, like, what really, really takes me, like, to the next level is just, like, she moved and she had a job offer. He's like, well, okay, go. When she wants him to be like, but I want you to stay. Wow, like, that right there, I'm just like, yeah, that means go after your dreams. Go do your thing. Not go do your thing, but I want you to stay.
But I really want you to stay.
Hell, if it was the one play, I would like, look, we could have an arrangement.
I cannot, not an arrangement.
Girl, look, we can set something up. We can meet halfway. But the thing is,
Ashley,
a love movie. I have one that's like, it's actually a comedy, but it's a love story. It's a love movie. Yeah. It's called It's Pat. I don't know if anyone's seen It's Pat. It's about two trans people. It's Pat.
That movie is hilarious.
From the
it's
one
about,
from
it's about a trans woman and a
the
trans
one from
man
Saturday Night Live.
What?
The character used to came from originally from Saturday Night Live.
Yes, they made a movie.
I remember that.
And the one where like, are you a boy or are you a girl?
Everyone's trying to figure out if they are boys and girls. It's a trans couple, and it's just it's a love story, but it's a comedy. But that's one of mine.
Another one of mine would be Jody. You gonna make them tacos? Yeah, I'm making
Baby boy, really?
Yeah,
oh, that was toxic. That was toxic. What's yours, Blossom? That was toxic.
I was about it. I think I like Poetic Justice.
That was toxic too, but yeah,
I like that.
It was toxic.
It was toxic.
Blossom, you want to be in the back of the post office truck, huh, Blossom?
Yeah, you just want to fuck.
You just want to fuck Tupac. You just want to fuck Tupac, girl.
I did.
Back in the day.
Look, let me tell you something. This corpse can get it, okay?
The beauty and the talent of Janet Jackson, how she served them braids and that attitude.
Yes.
That she was the everyday
embodiment
of what we did back in that day with the braids and whatnot and the earrings.
Yes, ma'am.
No, but you know what I really live for in that movie? I live for I live for two scenes. One scene, Chicago got beat up by everybody. Isha beat him up, Janet beat him up, and Pac beat him up. He had a bad day that day. It was his day. And the other thing I really live for is just the whole salon setting. Like how we over here busting these heads out, and the two girls talking about, she's like, look at her in that cheap dress and her plastic payless. She said, do we have fun? My man. Yo, that movie takes me up.
What movie made you resent love?
I can Tina Turner. That, but I love the fact that Angela Bassett, because I actually sat in on a live question and answer with Angela Bassett, and she talked about how she got that role of Tina Turner. But I really like the fact that after the beatings and everything that Tina went through, like, she stood the fuck up.
She persevered.
Got with hers and has stand in that power for decades. And I like the fact that she was a toned woman, because I'm a toned woman myself, and that's so beautiful to see. Toned legs, toned thighs, and she just rolling. I mean, that
rolling on the river.
Powerful. Come on.
Girl, they fall out. I'm laughing. I'm screaming.
Oh, girl, why you had to say that?
Y'all might want to.
Hey,
Y'all like.
hey,
Y'all.
Let me get these
if
girls
yours fall
together.
out,
We
I'm
are
gonna fall
hey,
out.
if you are in Trans After Dark,
Oh my
y'all
God.
need to come on the live. She is fit. She is boobies just fell out.
I feel like everybody.
That'll
and
get them here.
If it does happen, I don't think that none of y'all should shame me as a Black trans
Oh
woman.
no!
Because
Go ahead.
so many cisgender people have done it, and so I need y'all to be right on board. Like, y'all will not today. Not my trans sister. Not my Black trans sister.
Girl, you's a kid. I mean, I think
Church fair.
I won't say that there was a movie that made me hated love, but I think early on watching a lot of rom-coms and like reading a lot of those romance novels I used to read because I'm a Kansas, I'm hopeless romantic. And then navigating love as a trans person is like, bitch, it ain't like the movies or the books. I think that was the thing. Particularly when I moved to New York, honey, I wanted to be Carrie Bradshaw with the mix of Samantha, and it just wasn't working out.
I'm here for it.
Baby,
It wasn't working out. I moved to New York City and was like, girl, it's nothing like the movie, girl. Where are the dates? Where are the nights of enjoyment, child? I don't want to be in the village. And I want to be able to go to these spots that was popping like in the TV show.
You better say that. For me, it was Color Purple.
I love the Color Purple.
Yeah, and it was just Hoppo. It was Mr. All that toxic masculinity that was going around. It was the way
you just a big old heifer. Ha ha.
I said, fine with me.
You so hot on TV.
I said, fine with me. And just like seeing just so much of that toxic male energy, like all at the table and stuff. What you gonna do? Sweep the caboose? All that. Suge can sing. Suge got spunk. What you gonna do? Maybe even sweep the caboose. The daddy and everything. I'm talking about just the whole dynamic of Mr. raping my sister. Trying to rape my sister before she go to school. Separating me from my sister. Me and you, us never part. Maki Dada. Ain't no ocean, ain't no sea. Maki Dada. Keep my sister away from me. Maki Dada.
But a movie that made me love, honestly, and I really feel some kind of way every time I watch. Because see, okay, here's the thing about me. When I watch a movie, I be so into the movie. Right, Jason's lyric is it. Let me tell you. I be so into the movie, and that's why my boyfriend don't like watching certain movies with me. Because what that character do, I'm like this. And he like, what? And then that's when he got to, threaten me to get back right, because he be like, don't let that movie get you fucked up. And I'm like, look.
That part.
Sex in the City, the first one, when he left her at the altar, I cry every time I watch that. Like, how dare you?
Yeah.
I would have popped your ass with them flowers too.
Okay.
I done said it.
I popped the man with the flowers.
Yes, bitch. I'm humiliated.
Yeah.
You left me at the altar, and then you got the nerve to say you don't know what to say?
Church fan. Welcome to the Sweat Hotel. Welcome to the Sweat Hotel.
Yes.
The Sweat Hotel.
Where we giving you all your fixings for that face-to-face.
Gobble, gobble.
Mm.
You know what? Wait until that made me resent love too, because I looked at him crazy then too. But you know what? Wait until
For who was it?
how
Which
much I
one of
loved. I
those
loved that
toxic
movie
cis men
so
was it for
much.
you?
I never took it out of my DVD player, and I would just watch it again and again and again. Look,
Which
Bernie,
which one of those piece of trade was relatable to you out of all those men? What does that say, Blossom?
Oh, this is a Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. I guess it's some kind of it's an LGBT organization. Oh, it's the Almar Resorts.
Shout out to Elmore Results.
Yeah,
honey.
in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
Next Trans After Dark, y'all need to be sponsoring us for our Trans After Dark.
Okay.
Getaway.
Yeah. Church
fan.
Church fan.
Okay.
Let's talk
I
about
feel
what it
like-
looks like for y'all to show up
I
in
always say all the time.
2021
I
for
feel
Black trans women.
that like I told you before, I would like to do like a book called just the tales of the girls. I feel that if you are a sex worker and if you were just one of the girls that date men, I feel like you have stories and experiences. I can't speak for nobody else, but I can speak for myself. Every client I ever had, I had conversations with them. Like I wanted to know what makes you sneak out your house at night. Like what makes you do this? Chance getting arrested. I'll be having conversations with them. Like what makes you do that? And to find out that a lot of them are not fulfilled in their marriages or relationships. Like,
but there's no space.
And it wasn't even about the sex because I had many dates that was just not about sex. That just wanted company, someone to hear their opinion, hear about their day, hear about who they are.
Somebody
Like,
not to nag.
yeah, so I just heard just many situations. So I was just like, I just did not want to be like them. But also, I still was not giving them leeway neither because I felt like that was also a crutch because if I'm giving you something that she don't, you still scared to jump all the way out there. So there's still something with you within yourself. Because you still go back home and get in that bed and sneak in the bed. So I went to the store, they didn't have it.
Well,
and then she pays it. She pays it. She pays it. My girlfriend, she'll be laughing at me. My girlfriend think I'll be playing with them. When I would tell my sister girlfriend, you better stop letting your boyfriend play Xbox with the door closed.
With the door closed.
Leave that door motherfucker open, girl.
Open
That's how
the
the shit
door.
start. That's how the shit start. When the doors start closing and shit, that's how shit start.
Church fan.
I'm telling you, that's
leaving
how
the
shit
boys
start.
back there to their own devices.
They get to drinking and getting high, and it's like, oh, this ain't gay. We just jacking off. No, honey. No, y'all on some shit back here. Get the fucking doors is open around here. Ain't no closed doors playing no video games.
Being so comfortable in your womanhood that you think that you are beyond reproach, that you think that when nobody cheat on you. Child, they cheated on Halle Berry.
They cheated on Beyonce.
Ooh.
They cheated on Wendy Williams.
Oh, oh!
Not Wendy.
Wendy Williams documentary?
Really, you gonna put Wendy in it? Really?
It's so bad.
Me too.
I think it's my sister's fault. Now I had to win and I paid for it and got that one, but I haven't finished watching it, so I got 3 days to watch it.
Child, honey,
So,
I ain't paying for it. I love Wendy, honey, but I ain't paying for it, child. I ain't paying for it, honey. I'm gonna wait till somebody have. I'm gonna use somebody's Expedia. I'm gonna use somebody's Expedia account, and I'm gonna watch it on demand. Wendy Williams ain't getting my money. This is what I'm
How
saying.
much is you paying for it?
It was only $2.99.
Oh, okay.
It's a principle for me.
It's
It's a principle for me, child. It's a principle for me. If I got Lifetime channel and you trying to charge me, Wendy, I ain't with that, honey, because I had regular TV, it wasn't charging me. I ain't with that.
Let that sister get her coin.
She can get her coin. She can get her coin off of me because last time I checked, she had a problem with people wearing dresses and doing all that little cute shit she was doing. So she don't need my $2.99. She good.
As I was watching some of it, see, I had some opinions of her already too. And so that I did not keep quiet because I thought that was so problematic. And but as I started watching her movie, I saw some of the things that happened within her life, and some of the things that shaped her and just her strength and how she just kept bouncing back. Like she dealt with so much toxic masculinity, and femininity, in the workplace? And how do you show up as a sexy red bone in these streets, or as a sexy chocolate sister in these streets?
Well,
And women are coming at you sideways and stuff, saying, "Oh, I heard you went home with this celebrity and stuff," and that, but you actually got raped by that motherfucking celebrity. And then he just, after he did what he did, he said, "Now he throws a thing of raggers or something at her and said, 'Now clean yourself up,' and you can see yourself."
Wasn't that Dolomite?
right. I'm not negating that, and I'm so sorry that Wendy went through that.
Oh, here it comes.
I really am. I'm sorry.
But
yeah, I'm sorry, honey.
Well, that's the way
this is
a lot
sorry.
of trans women are treated all the time. I mean,
not even that, honey. The fact that you wanted to get your career to knock on Nippy door, I was done with her after that, because I felt like, girl, like you were just a clout chaser, girl. Now you getting out the P when you going after P Diddy and all them, I don't care. Like I feel like I watched Whitney? Over this weekend I watched like 4 different stories. I watched the one with her narrative. I watched the Bobby Brown narrative.
You're gonna have to tell these stories because you're the one who got me started.
And then I watched the narrative from like the industry standpoint. And so to see in the film, even within live footage, incidents where I could have stepped in the film and said, "This ain't right." That was what was wrong. Like it was so much toxicity that was done to Whitney Houston that was just, it was sad. Like even like the shit Clive Davis did, like all the shit, like it's really disappointing like how the music industry really do black females. Like it really is. Like the mere fact that I remember when she passed away and everyone was out partying, and I remember they talked to Shaka Khan, and Shaka Khan was like, "Y'all are sick. Like my best friend just died. Fuck a party. Like my best friend died." And people talking about, Whitney Houston would still want us to party. No, honey, she would want you to stop and like mourn. It's just like the fact that how they kill our black icons. All of our black icons leave over overdoses, from the Billie Holidays, from just everyone. That's just what they do to take us out when black females particularly get to a point where it's like, I'm tired of being your puppet. I just, like when after she had her baby, she was done. She was like, I just want to be a mother. And then Clive Davis said, "Oh no, you got to be the greatest artist of all time. You got to go tour for I Will Always Love You Now." And then told Bobby Brown, "You need to make her tour, or else." And then it's just the toxicity of it. And then like the fact that, for me, what really hurt me is like the fact that everyone knew how much she loved Bobby Christina, and like after her mom passed away, the world still wouldn't let up on her. You know what I mean? Like they still was making jokes and having her in the Inquirer and like all that little stuff. Like I feel like kids are off limit. Even when they talk about Beyonce's kids and the monkey jokes and all that stuff, I feel like to me kids are off limits. Like yes, their parents are celebrities and rich, but like I think that was a lot for her. That was really, really a lot for her.
It's real. It is unfortunate, but at the same time, it is the what we subscribe to.
No. What do you mean by that?
With Britney Spears, like how they ran down on her. And,
but see, that's my thing, sis. I think that people have said that that's what you subscribe to. That's not what you subscribe to. You subscribe to being an artist. You subscribe to writing music. You subscribe to showing your art. I feel like because even myself as a public figure, I feel like I have boundaries. And I tell people all the time, stop putting me on this motherfucking pedestal. You might see me at the club twerking, sucking a dick, or putting a blunt in my mouth. Don't put me on this pedestal. Like, I'm human. And so when we start as humans, start idolizing people to the point where they're so high up that we can't see right or wrong, or feel like, oh, they can't do that. That's where the problem is at for me. Because I never put my faith in man anyway. I love them as, like people talk about Cardi B. Like, oh, her music is so raunchy, but she don't want her daughter listening to it. Yeah, of course. Her music is adult friendly. But don't mean she want her kid to listen to it. Does not mean that it negates that her music is wrong because she want her child listen to it. It's just her music is not appropriate for a child. Her music is appropriate for adults. And so I feel like when people like put these images on people I never liked that. Even growing up, I was always like, I still see them as human. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like once they join that limelight, it's like you can't, like how would you be like, I mean, I don't go around a lot because of my own, own shit. But imagine like you and Ashley, like y'all make it, and y'all like icon like Whitney and like Michael. You can't go get no milk. You can't go do nothing. Like they camped outside of your house. That's kind of redundant and ridiculous. That's like some
But everybody
idolizing
is there.
God, demonic shit. Like when you start camping out somebody's house and going through their garbage and doing all that shit, that's some other shit. That's not no being no fan. That's going up. That's some weird shit.
But the secret is in the sauces when everybody is subscribing to it. Where you have these paparazzis will take these pictures, and people will tune into it. Well, people will make these videos on YouTube, breaking down Black women, and we watch it, we subscribe to it, we talk about it. And so they're doing it because we have deemed this to be necessary for our daily living.
No. They have because because I'm different. You are what you eat. Like you hang out with me, honey. I watch documentaries. I watch cartoons. I watch some fantasy shit. I don't tune into all that gossipy shit. I don't watch reality shows because I live my own reality. So that's just me. I ain't got time to be watching the Housewives of Atlanta. I got my own house life to live. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for me, I'm not into it. And maybe that's a different line because Ashley does do like that kind of media. Like, what is like the line for you, Ashley? Like, you feel like if somebody sends you,
I don't want that either. Like,
if somebody sends you something,
I've seen them send Ashley stuff before, and Ashley would tell me about it, and she was like, this is on the docket, honey. And I said, what you gonna do with it? She said, nothing. She said, I don't think that this is fair to do this to that person. I'm like, I agree. And she will dead that story. And so, yes, it could be the thing, that actually takes her career to the next level, because all these messy people have taken their career to the next level. It's not these nice people that really get a chance to observe, the things that we celebrate. It's the people that's toxic. Oh, Miss Thing. Oh, Bridget, I'm going to snatch your hair. Oh, no, you better not try me on this line, girl. Oh, Blossom. Girl, you tried it, girl. You don't want to see me in these virtual streets, girl. And they be like, did y'all see how she came with Blossom, girl? Now everybody coming on my page to look at my pictures and stuff, see what I'm doing, to spy on my page. My popularity is going up. My algorithms are going up because of that negativity, and so it's not the positive when you see people. If somebody was to say, okay, this is my giving day and I want to give to the homeless, I want to go and make this about, what I make my content about. And somebody be like, well, child, if you really meant it, you really shouldn't be posting it about that. But you can post every damn thing up. You can post a Black trans woman getting the shit beat out of her by all these damn toxic ass cis people. You can show trans people being ridiculed on social media. You can add to that. But yet,
you know what, though?
Something is not appropriate.
No, I get it. For me, I think for me as a person who is formerly homeless, I think for me, that is intrusive. You have a platform that is bigger than me. If you're going to do something for me, do something for me. Do not record me. What if my family didn't know I was homeless? What if my friends didn't know I was homeless? So for me, that is intrusive to me.
Well, if
that's just me. That's just for me. I wouldn't want nobody recording, giving me no money. That's just me.
I'm going to give her some change. I got that little change. And everybody on their page is like, oh, let me go and help that homeless Black trans woman because I seen it on Cardi B's page when she was giving this homeless one. Not everybody want to help this person where otherwise they wouldn't have helped, because you made it so necessary and you made it so you were so vocal about the situation. Now everybody else wants to do the same thing. But so I kind of like feel different about it, because we're
to each their own. That's just me. That's just me. I feel like.
But I feel like
that's really not. If you didn't had an event and you brought all the homeless people, but when they be like, I saw the corner, so come here, man, let me help you out, and they throw a little hunt. Like I feel like that is still intrusive, because I feel like that is for show, because you're still outing that person. You don't know. Everyone is not going to be donating. Everyone's not going to be laughing at you. You the homeless person that so helped out.
Y'all remember the Heartless?
And then the people.
Remember the Heartless Ball?
Huh?
You remember the Heartless Ball that we did in New York? You remember all that food that we have left over? You know what happened to that food? Took it to the train station where all those homeless people was at.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying
Did not post
for a
about
good
it
deed.
because that wasn't
If you're
something
gonna do
that
a
I
good
needed,
deed, this
community
ain't gotta
support
be out for no good deed. You don't have to have to.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm not saying. I'm saying when you have this out for a good deed, for me,
Right.
I feel like that is intrusive. For me,
Right.
I feel like it is. Like even one day I was with one of my friends, and I went to a liquor store and I bought this guy some liquor, and my girlfriend was like, "Why would you do that?" I said, "Because he's homeless, he can't deserve a drink. So because I'm employed, I can get drunk as a skunk. But because he's homeless, we don't know what he's dealing with. Maybe that drink might help him, do whatever. Like because he's homeless, he don't deserve to have a cocktail because he's homeless. Like I don't understand that. Like so because he's homeless, he can't have a cocktail. But because I have a job, I can get drunk as a skunk and be belligerent in the street, and we okay with that."
It's very true. It's very true. We got.
Well, I see both sides to
Yeah,
that.
me too.
I feel like we are in a social media age where if you don't record it, it didn't happen. So
that's
I
my
see
motto.
both sides. How? What happened?
I said,
but I feel like everything. Like, what is the point of recording? A good deed is a good deed. Why do you need the world to see? You did a good deed. We recorded it. Good deed is a good deed. Go ahead.
There's a few things.
Yeah.
Someone could be doing it because they want to prove to people they're a good person. Then you have people that want to prove or just say, hey, I did this. I looked out for this person, especially if it's someone who is in need of help. Like, hey, everyone, look what I did. Blah, blah, blah.
Or somebody else just wants to inspire. Somebody else just wants to inspire too. Keep going, Ashley, but I just want to say, some people just want to do it to be an example for other people to inspire. Let's keep that domino effect.
Right. So it's not always like, oh, I'm doing it for clout.
Right.
But there are people who clout.
You can tell which one it is when you're looking at the content. You really can tell.
If that's the case, since we didn't open up the door to it, like I feel that nonprofits do the same thing.
Yes.
You have to put all these pictures in your pamphlet. See, I did this. For me, I don't
because you have to in order to get that funding.
For me, I disagree. I feel when you do all that, it's really showing me you ain't doing shit. That's what it does. I worked at a nonprofit for 8 consecutive years.
Some people need receipts.
For 8 consecutive years. And I know how funders move, and I know how organizations move. And just because you got a flyer with pictures on it, that don't mean shit. It's a facade because that's what funders feel like. They do me a pamphlet and I give you more money. That's for them to feel good at night. To them to go, yay! That ain't doing nothing. So for me, I think people who do stuff like that, because I worked in nonprofits for like 8 years, particularly my last organization, where they did shit like that, and I would sit and laugh like, bitch, come work there, girl, because that ain't what it's given. So for me, I think that I'm a type of person that's cool. I want to go inside and see for myself. That's just me. I don't care about no pictures and no billboards because anybody can get that. I actually want to go inside and see how you treat me when I come and ring that bell and say, hey, I'm here for an intake. That's what I want to see. Those incidents and stories, honey, because a lot of organizations got the pamphlets, they got the people coming out and all that stuff. But then when it comes down to it, they don't have it. When they sit with the funders, they need people like me to sit at the table and like Blossom and you and Ashley to say, oh, the trans girls is so hard for us. But your money gonna help us get condoms. They're gonna help us do leadership development. Boo hoo 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 hoo. And then they sign a check. And then you be like, okay, I thought we doing leadership development. Oh no, girl, we're just gonna put a new checkbox on the intake that say trans female, trans masculine. That's all we was doing, girl. We got the money now. We don't need you no more. So I feel like, to me, it's just, I feel like, also me being a spiritual person, I feel like a good deed. I've done so many, like I tell you all the time, it's like Shia knows me, like I've done so many good deeds. I can easily name drop and open up my Cash App and go like this. I'm doing the work. But for me, I feel like that's more intimate for me because the fact that you came to me and said, hey, sister, I need $20. Could you help me pay my phone bill? I'm stuck on the road. I made a fucked up decision. I'm trying to get away from my nigga for the night. I get a hotel and I have it and bless you with that. I don't feel like I have to go on Facebook doing the work. This got 3 girls hotels. Yeah, I told y'all, look at me, I'm doing the work. See? That's for me. I just feel like it's intrusive for me. I get what Ashley is saying and Blossom is saying too, but I'm just saying for me. Because I've been on the other side of that.
When I do something, I do it out of kindness of my heart. I do it when no one's looking. Like, it's pointless and it's frivolous and it's boasting. Why? It's pointless. You shouldn't have to let the world know that you're good. I mean, if you're a good person, it shows. So, like, when the celebrities do, a book bag giveaway for back to school. Ooh, they're giving out 10 to 15 turkeys for Thanksgiving. Ooh, they doing toys for tots. Ooh, because that's the only time that they give. And all these celebrities.
Just like, what's his name? The guy from Texas who has that big mega church. Everybody love him. But when that storm came, what'd he do? Close that motherfucking door on y'all. See, that's what I'm talking about. And that was a person that was taking pictures and showing, I'm doing the work. But when the flood came, he closed the door and said, y'all can't come in.
But here's the thing now. But then he only opened the church because he got so much backlash. But we're not going to go into the whole church thing.
Ooh. Why we not going to go into the whole church thing? Church fan.
We not, because we shouldn't.
I gotta burp my baby, honey. I gotta burp my baby, girl.
Oh, child. Look, I'm being negligent as well. Let me burp my baby.
Let me burp my baby.
Yes.
I ain't got no baby.
Okay. But yeah, it's just, yeah. I mean, but I get it though. I just feel like in community, like like I said, I used to work at an organization for 8 years, and people say all this old stuff. I just sit there and go like this. I'm like, girl, it ain't.
But you know,
it ain't even giving that Miss Thing. It ain't even giving that Miss Thing.
There was a trans woman who one of my sisters from Jersey. Her name is Tatiana, and shout out to Tatiana. She has an organization called Bridges for Life. And they received funding to give
royalty that was
transsexual Uber Eats gift cards, and gay men were signing up, pretending to be trans women.
Oh,
no!
That's
girl, I can't.
This shit is happening all the time.
Girl, I can't.
Girl,
I can't.
That's crazy.
Here's my shot, please.
Girl, I can't. I just can't.
I mean. Yeah.
Don't they have enough resources?
I can't.
Don't they have all the resources?
We're always fighting with them for funding. We're always fighting for them for resources.
It's been real.
It's been always like that. It's always been like that.
I came with that lady. It's been real.
I'm not starting my shit tonight, honey, because y'all know, honey. Child, y'all know I don't mind, honey. I know where all the motherfucking bones is hidden, and I know where all the fucking trails is at. So, honey, I gotta go make a refill. I gotta make a refill tonight. Y'all may not want to knock up this door, honey. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind.
Lala, you started it. You can't run now.
Exactly, honey. You scared? Go to church, honey. Church fan.
That's it.
See, though, this is the thing, honey. See, I hate this, right? Not saying that it applies here. I hate people who always want me to stir the pot and do what needs to be done, and then you go sit with them same people. You still support and share them same people. And you just sat with me and had so much to say. And then I see you tweeting at them. And I'm like, girl, didn't I just defend you? Because that girl hurt your feelings, and now you tweeting at her, big honey, tweeting at her. Oh my gosh, I love your work, girl. We just got into an argument with her the other day. I stuck up for you. Now you on Twitter, social media, begging. So that's why I said I don't stick up for the girls no more, because the girls be looking for the girls will play games for sympathy and set you up to get blackballed and look at the wrong, like you the bad person, and then they behind your back. I ain't told Lala to go and stick up for me, girl. I told her I was okay with it. The girls be too fake and phony for me. They be too busy pressed. They be pressed to go to galas and press for photos and press for premieres and shit. I don't be pressed for that, honey, because myself, I'm my own entity, and they always gag because I always still come through that door and not with them. I've been at all them same premieres and the girls be gagging. How Miss Lala come through? Because I don't kiss ass. I don't do respectability politics. And there's some white folks who fuck with me because of that. It be my own people that tell me, oh, she always bitter. Oh, she always going off. Or she always mad about something. No, the truth is the truth. I'm tired of us taking our resources, buying Birkin bags, taking trips, and paying for fucking niggas, and talking about all these leaders be building up, and our sisters are still homeless, hungry, and homing. But you just bragging about how you doing the work, and you building up leaders, and you just got a $500,000 grant, and you on a boat drinking and got a Birkin bag, hey, and all across the world, and say, hey, what have you done in your community? And then the girls is work roaches. They ain't got nothing to say. Or you got the girls that sit around them tables with their girlfriends and gatekeep. Oh, girl, I don't like her. Yeah, take her out the pile. And you see the same people get the money all the time. The same. So it's like, girl, all this money you getting, you should have a whole empire, Miss Thing. Every funding cycle.
Not only just get the money, they also reward each other at the same time. It's always the same girls who award each other these trans advocates. Oh, I'm gonna go there because I got a bone to pick with that. I have a major bone to pick with that because there's a scarce mindset within our own community where I notice, especially a lot of the girls on the East Coast, they tend to honor each other's work in circles constantly, time and time again. Some of the same ones coming up for awards and stuff like that, but they don't want to look at other trans folks' work that's not in nonprofit. They don't want to look at our trans sisters that's in music. They don't want to look at our trans folks that are in the spiritual community. Because I notice a lot of our trans folks who are in the spiritual community are often overlooked. Work is never supported. And that bothers me. How there's just this whole narrative that the nonprofit industrial complex is the only system that we are able to work in the trans community. And I don't think that's true. I don't think it's true at all. And going back to a point you said, Lala, me personally, I don't believe in being blackballed. And this is why. You can't, and I say this humbly every time I say this, you can't starve me in a city that the universe packed my lunch for me to come to. You can't starve me in a city that the universe provides a housing over my head, that God puts over my head. You can't starve me in that city because you can throw dirt on my name. The only thing I'm going to do is plant my seed in that dirt and watch it grow. Watch me water in that dirt that you put it on my name. Watch me put some sunlight on that seed. Watch me let it manifest into something beautiful and bold.
Shine some light on that situation.
Some of these folks in the trans community left me to die in the dirt. And they can't see how I'm still here.
Oh, Blossom,
Child, honey. Child, I'm about to go in the kitchen, make me another cocktail. Like I said, I got things to do. I won't be before y'all long. But please don't go there, Blossom. Honey, I was fucking raped by one of my old lovers. And community taught him how to do squatters' rights in my apartment. And leaders called my phone telling me, why would you call the police on a trans man? Do you know what happens to them in prison? No one said, are you okay, sister? How do you feel? I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm sorry that you was raped. No one said that to me but my sister Shia. She came and stayed with me every fucking day until I got the proper legal paperwork to get him the fuck out my house. Even when he lied about where he was working, my sister, oh my gosh, called
started to investigate
all the fucking CVS's in New York and found that motherfucker to serve him the motherfucking papers of protection order. So when I tell people that that's my sister, that ain't no funny shit. It's not because she has a blue check mark and I'm trying to get no clout off of her, because she has proved herself to be my sister.
Yeah, we had established that sisterhood before the blue check mark came.
Right.
Before I was Shia, when I was Shageisha.
So for me, like, and then when I went to California, because I knew Ashley through community, but she's with Tea Time with the girls, and they wanted me. I'm gonna be real, right? We're gonna be real, and they wanted me to come over there. I said, "Girl, I'm not coming over there because I don't deal with Miss Thing," and it was messy. I don't. But when I met Ashley, one-on-one and we hung out, I said I could fuck with Ashley. So let me know that Tea Time with the Girl was not this entity of this individual. It was people with different individuals. It just was called Tea Time with the Girl. That's how me and Ashley got cool. Then I was going back and forth to California, and then that's how I met Blossom. So me, like, I authentically build sisterhood. I don't give a fuck how you look. I don't give a fuck about how much money you got. I don't care about any of that. I go about what your heart is, and can you be a fucking sister? If we get into an argument and fight, like I told the people the other day, me and Blossom, we ain't mad. We sisters. We ain't brought that shit no more. But we have to get it out. But we have to get it out. Like, we sisters.
The only two bitches that got me something for my birthday. The only two bitches in my life that got me something for my birthday. That was Justin Tranter and Lala Zanelle. That was it. So anybody who knows me know I'm always.
Well, we were gonna hang out, girl, but Miss Pandemic came right on through.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But so for me, I think like I feel like sisterhood
situation that was planned. I think
because like I feel like that's and I think that's what I want.
Which year?
That was last year.
Last year, yeah. We were gonna hang out.
Our intention was to have like this
the party bus. The party bus.
Yeah. Didn't I cash app you for your birthday?
You said what?
I cashed apped you for your birthday.
No. But you know,
I was gonna give you your gift on your birthday. We just never got together.
And so for me, that's what I want. Like, I want to build up a real sisterhood, or don't do it.
I'm not talking about y'all because we hadn't established,
right?
Like, you know, that type of exchange. You know,
no, but I did. I'm just making sure I didn't send it to the wrong Shia.
Oh shit!
Let me look and see if I got.
You must have sent it to somebody named
to Shay.
Let me go make my cocktail, honey, so I can start some more shit.
Yes.
No, but no. I say all that because I think that people give sisterhood out too quickly. Yes. Like, because we went to a group support group, you my sis, but you not my sister. Like, Shia knows if an emergency situation, she could call my mama that pushed me out and say, hey, Lala in the hospital, pull up. If you ain't got that access like that, you ain't my sister. You don't know my real name, because Lala's my community name. That ain't my real name. You ain't my sister. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's levels to it. And so, like, I'm very picky. I hate when I come in spaces, hey, sister, don't put that energy in the universe, because if some shit go down, don't think I'm gonna have your side because you say, sis, I don't know you.
That's like
you know, I feel like it has to be, authentically built up. Everyone's not meant to be a sister.
So much. I love your music. That song, I Am She. You take it for what it is, honey. And you realize that, you know, that you have people that will position themselves in your life, like they'll tell stories like, oh, I know that bitch. I've been knowing her forever. You like, she don't even like to be called bitch. You know, you sure you talking about the same Shia? Like, they will say, oh yeah, child, she this and that and the other. She a vegan. She don't even eat steak. You know, like, you got people that will position themselves to paint a picture of you, someone they don't even know. And so when they're talking to people who've known you for years, they're just like, who are you talking about? So, you know, it's interesting that, like, I kind of learned, you know, community from you, Lala. And so a lot of people, you know, they kind of know that when I was coming, when I came to New York, you know, the first thing I did was accidentally got married, you know, and then accidentally got divorced. And so, oops. And what happened was I went through this toxic, like, breakup to where this person had told me to bleach my skin. They told me I was only a pretty face and that I should do more. Because, like, if you know, like, the backstory of me, you know, I had to deal with sciatica, back problems, all that stuff. So I was, you know, considered disabled. I was, like, on the fucking cane for a long period of time because of that. And that's when the guy that I was with got the fuck on. That's when he got ghosted. And so, and to leave me with all that stuff that he had left me with, that I was only a pretty face. And before he left, he made sure he let all my neighbors know that I was not no cis woman. And so yelling it out to all the neighbors. So I was just like in this toxic place to where, you know, I had stopped eating and stuff. So only the people who knew it was the people that called me. And I thought about then, what if a Black trans woman died? Like, who would be checking for you? And that's when you start to realize and prioritize the people in your life. Not just this fake ass sisterhood and stuff. Not just the sisterhood for show. That, oh girl, oh let's have a kiki every now and again. And girl, can you give me an invite to this show? And can you get me in this? And can you invite me? Can you introduce me to, you know, your celebrity friend? Or right. It would not very, you know, it wasn't that. But I realized I needed someone who, if something happened to me in my trans existence, I could call up, or they'd be like, wait a minute, she went on that date with that new nigga. You know, and excuse my language, honey, but you know, if you easily triggered, you probably should leave Trans After Dark. That is a disclaimer. So yeah, you know, I started to see that what happens, you know, because a lot of times we stay in this secret thing because we don't want a lot of the girls to know who we messing with because we're afraid that they may be trying to sneak up under him. So we keep the guys that we're dating, these shady ass guys, on the low. Mm-hmm. We protect them. They didn't give us a first and last name. They gave us a fucking John Doe. You never saw their ID. So when they come into your house and do anything, because you let down the guard for them and you didn't let the guard down for your community. So nobody knows that he came up in there, killed you, left on out, and now we're screaming, say her name. Right. No.
Well, my thing for me, I think
really gave a fuck about
my
me.
thing for me, sis, I think it's like
and hold situations accountable. Mm-hmm.
I think for me, it's more so like in my situations, I feel like there's no point in letting my community know because they have not never did shit for me. They always said, girl, he fine, girl, just stay with him. Girl, it's better than being single. Like they made excuses for the toxic behavior. So it's like, why am I inviting more energy into my business? I need somebody who's gonna really be there to support me, like, and be there for me and my fucking pain. And so for me, that's why I don't go to community because they always gaslighted situations.
I agree with you 100% because it's in the trans experience alone. When it's two trans people, we do tend to be like one of those things where whatever happens in the house, we can't tell outside of the house. And I don't like that because I was somewhat of in a similar situation in my situation because the only difference is with me, a child was produced. And if I blow up the truth, the trans community will not be the same ever again. And either I'm going to write it in a book, either I'm going to write it in a book, or we're going to get we're going to get that camera out.
Can we get a hint of
something? We're going to talk about it. Because I'm going to tell you something. There were so many gatekeepers in between. They thought I didn't know. But when I shake it up, I'm going to shake it up. That's a promise.
Oh,
so I understand.
Y'all heard it here first. The blossom, see brown tail. Oh, honey.
I completely understand the gatekeeping within the trans community. I completely understand the gaslighting within the trans community. I completely understand the hating. I completely understand the not supporting because they feel like there's a scarce mindset. There's a feeling that there's not going to be enough, and I'm actually really tired of it. It's
not just the trans community. You know, before we start that energy on the trans community, let's dismantle this cis community that does the same thing that we have trans women trying to aspire to be. So we didn't just come up with that ourselves. We're aspiring to be this to be in that cis narrative.
At this point,
Western culture.
I mean, that is true, but like I say all the time, when you're a cis person, you always can default to your cisness and get away with a lot of shit. Absolutely. Where trans people don't get to do that.
That's why I don't try to tear down our trans community.
And that's what they do.
It's not tearing down.
But also,
tearing down
some
the
people
tallest
are very
fence.
smart, and I won't say
Because-
no names, and they know how to use those things. And now they gaslight, and they put this stuff in these roles. They be like, "I'm a healer," or "Let's breathe and do all this shit," and know how to use that Maya Reikio tones, and they're manipulating people and using that for their own motherfucking game. I've seen that a million times.
And
I have been gaslit by
trying to be
people.
funny.
I have been around people who have done violent stuff that if I said their name, people would say you lying. But I have witnessed some shit. But because of how
So are we talking
community has
about that
positioned them,
Zanelle tell all story too?
But here's
it's
the
not
thing,
a tell
though.
all. It's just it's the
Hold
truth.
on, hold on.
Here's the
Go
thing.
ahead.
Hold
y'all.
on,
I'm gonna
hold
push
on.
back the
Ashley.
part where you talk
Roscoe, let me
about
say
cis-
this real quick. Shia, I did check my credentials. March 17th, I did send you something for your birthday. And it's violent that you said I didn't. That's all I
Oh
want to
my
say.
God!
Ooh.
You know it is such a horrendous thing when a
It's
Black trans
erasure.
woman is called violence. So I definitely apologize.
I had
You know?
to check because I wanted to make sure I didn't send the $50 to someone else. But I
You
looked.
said $50.
So it was March 17th, 2020.
That was a Tuesday. I remember.
I
was
went
supposed
back
to be on
and
the
I,
plane that
I
day.
went back and saw the whole text message. Yeah, I had to make sure. I said, wait a minute.
And you
I didn't
text
send my
and
sister
you
anything for her birthday.
and you text me.
I have the conversation.
Well, okay. I don't think my sister gonna lie. I don't remember getting that, but now I'm gonna have to say 3 bitches got me something. That was Ashley, Lala, and Justin.
I want history to be told right.
Right.
You're
That's
right.
right.
You're right. You're right.
No, that's
Right.
fair. But
Right, that's
make
fair.
sure you
See, that's
still
the
gotta make
thing,
sure
and
you
we gotta
send it to the wrong
call
shit.
each other. See, and we didn't pull no nails, we didn't get to no fight.
No, of course.
It was in love.
Because-
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I
because-
get it.
Yeah, because that's my sister.
Right.
And so let me see. We can't see it. Hold it up toward the top where the camera
If
is.
you are here on Trans After Dark, we have our
give us the receipt.
first Trans After Dark receipt.
We don't mind no receipt, Ashley. We
have our first Trans After Dark receipt. I'm loving it.
Yes. Ashley, we can't see it on our end.
How do you flip the camera?
Hold it up toward the very top of your camera.
There we go. Flip it.
Okay.
Other way.
And bring it down just a bit.
Can you read that?
Oh,
yeah, bring it down.
Oh, I love you. Hold it. Bring it down.
I don't want your number showing.
Will my number show? My telephone number?
That's your Cash App, right?
What does it say?
I am Shia Diamond. Cash App.
That's me.
And I wrote, "It's your birthday. I want to send March 17th, 2020."
I really feel bad. Yeah.
Oh, I just want.
I'm
I was
so sorry, Ashley, and thank you so much.
Okay, let me back it up. Let me back it up. Back to the
Hold on.
conversation.
Yeah, let's go back to Blast. Yeah.
Back it up. But I want to say this though. Now, the only reason why I push back on you on that shit is because it's not necessarily calling the trans community out or tearing down the trans community. It's just kind of calling it what it is.
I just don't feel.
And I just feel like
I love you down, but I just don't feel
hold
like
on a second.
we're
I
there
feel
yet.
like if we're gonna come after cis people, we got to have our own house in check first.
Right, but we don't bring it to a public platform when we're already being torn down by the cis men and the cis women. So what we would do by what it looks like to hold each other accountable is like, hey girl, this is happening so and so, and I think this needs to be corrected. Then if Miss Thing don't correct that, then of course, oh yeah, she's all fair game.
Okay. I only can speak for myself, and
that is tearing down Black trans women at a time that we're being killed.
I feel you.
We shouldn't be the ones.
I feel you. I feel you in the context of what you're saying, and like everything that I'm talking about. Trust and believe.
There is a lot of times I could have called out these trans celebrities that have never shared my shit. Here I am as a Black trans woman and doing soul music, and for them never have to share my shit once. I have never called them out. Not once. about not doing that. And when we know that they have the power to be able to tell, to be able to determine when a Black trans woman is going to be able to pay her rent, when she's going to be able to get that next booking, that all you have to do is do one post on your Insta story, bitch. And you refuse to do that. I've never did that because it's so many cisgender people that our trans celebrities are uplifting before they get to my Black ass. So I already know the structure and how this shit has been working, and it's been working far longer before I got into the industry, and it's gonna be working that same way well after I'm gone. But what I feel like holds the most power, the unchecked power, is this cis privilege that gets a pass on everything. So even if a cis man does something wrong, there's going to be people that are going to protect him. Trans women are going to protect him, cis women are going to protect him, and the gay men are going to protect him. When it comes to the cis women, the gay men are going to protect her, the cis women are going to protect her, and the trans women are going to protect her. But who is going to protect that Black trans woman? I wait.
Shit, only
Girl,
us.
Girl, that's why I'm at where I'm at now with 3,000 followers. Girl, that's why I'm always being problematic, honey, because I'm always the one sticking up for the motherfucking girls. I am. It's me. I ain't gonna be fake. That's why I'm that girl. Ashley, didn't I stick up for you? Haven't I stuck up for you, Shia? Haven't I stuck up for you, Blossom? Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't do respectability politics. I'm gonna call this shit out. I don't give a fuck about an Emmy, Grammy, booking. Right is right. I stand on what's right because when I leave this earth, I gotta answer to God. I care about
the Oscar.
I care about it only if that's what God has for me. But I'm not going to sit back and do that.
Soul for it.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I'm not. That's what I'm saying now. I'm not either.
Because they still owe a Black trans woman those accolades. And I'm still trying not to hold my breath waiting on it. And so while people are not using that same energy that they use to say, oh my God, you know, this cisgender woman should have got that Emmy. She should have got that fucking Grammy. But you don't use that same energy for your Black trans sister that's out here. Because again, that's their narrative. And this is our fucking narrative. What are you doing to support and uplift your own fucking narrative? You can clean you can talk about the trash in other people's house, but bitch, when you gonna clean your own shit in your house?
Ooh. No, I get it. But this is my thing, sis. I'm gonna be real because you know I'm real. I want people to get accolades because they earned it. Not because I don't want this. This is the first trans Emmy. It is no shade. This is just me. Mm-hmm. To me, a lot of that shit that's out there, as far as the arts go, I have not been impressed. I'm just being real. We have private conversations on the phone. So I feel like they don't give us the resources to really create content that the arts and academy will appreciate because we only can play the fucking stereotypes. That's all they're concerned with.
And we're not the ones that's telling our stories.
Exactly.
To tell our own stories. They will never give Blossom the motherfucking funding and say, Blossom, we know that you're in this industry and you're able to pull this off. We want to give you a chance. We want to put you behind the scenes of this queer show so you can get the experience. So the next time you're able to do the same thing with your show idea. They're not giving Tea Time with the Girls no motherfucking resources. They're not giving Shia Diamond LLC no motherfucking resources and saying, hey, sis, we see what you're doing. We see how you represent yourself. And we're seeing that people are not upholding you in the light in which that you deserve to be presented in. When somebody is fighting for equality for everybody, I think we should make some motherfucking noise about it. But if you would rather uplift the same people that are tearing us down and challenging our rights every single day, you would blast their music with you and your trade all day long, but you will not turn up Shia Diamond that's saying, fuck y'all, fuck, you know, and fuck what y'all thinking, but it's time for us to get rights now. You won't do that. You won't share that.
Because it's like you just
you
said.
Won't demand that the Grammys
it's like you just said. It's like you said, everyone is so self-serving. And I've said it a million times. Hollywood.
When one of us win, we all win. But we got to uplift each one. I got to uplift Blossom. I got to uplift Tea Time with the Girls. I got to uplift Lala Zanelle in her activism work because she's doing amazing work as well. Nobody don't know shit about.
But see, that's the thing, sister. That's the thing. We have to also, okay, I'm gonna use this analogy, right? We know when folks was on the plantation, people said, Master was so good. Why are you running away? But when we got free, They black asses left, right? And so there's a lot of people that's gonna be in the movement that gonna act just like that. And
Harriet
so
Tubman said she
everyone's not an
would have
advocate.
freed more
Everyone's not an advocate. We didn't stop putting
if they
people in these
knew
roles.
slaves.
Stop putting people in these slots where they don't motherfucking fit. No shade. Stop putting these girls in these slots that where they don't fit at. If the girl, if her MO is, I'm trying to get in for my motherfucking self, and then Hollywood says she's an advocate, she really didn't want that shit.
Hollywood would say you're an advocate just for sharing a gay post.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't need to do much. You don't need to actually be friends with a black trans woman. You don't actually need to support a black trans woman. You don't need to get on stage with a black trans woman. You don't need to do none of that shit. They will call you. The gays will say, "Oh, she's a trans activist. She's an ally. She ain't got to do shit." But what do we have to do? Let's talk about everything we've been doing within our community for the last few years.
Well, for myself, honey, I navigate in a different lane. So me, you have these conversations on the phone all the time. We disagree as sisters. I believe, like I said, everyone's not my sister's keeper. So I'm not about to sit up here and keep uplifting somebody else that already got 5,000 people sharing their shit. I don't have time for that. Yeah, but I can share a Blossom. I can share a Bianca who I just met, and I can share Ashley because I know I'm going to get that back. So for me, like I always tell you, community is what I define it. Because they said that's community. That don't mean it's my community. My community is a sister that's going to keep me safe. That's going to be about my well-being.
Hold me accountable.
Hold me accountable in love.
Right.
In love. And allow me to do the same back. So I think the thing is they have this is one community. No, honey. Right here on this conversation, this is community. We don't get to have these conversations in community.
Belong to trans women. Can we start there?
What happened?
The trans community does not belong to trans people. The trans narrative does not belong to trans people.
Who does it belong to?
We do not control it.
So we don't control. We don't control the immigration narrative. We don't control the trans narrative. We don't control the black narrative. Like y'all just saw on TV, honey, they just quit this man again. Like y'all see what it is.
That's a white man. They wouldn't. Okay, when would you see some? Even if the black trans women came there unarmed?
What I am saying is, like I've been saying for the longest, everyone keeps buying into this same conversation you're talking about, but all of y'all keep buying into it. And I say y'all plural, not saying anyone on this conversation, until you understand that I don't need to buy into that to be deemed approved or a part of that. We will continue to have this cycle. I will use that.
They want another term of Trump.
When I grew up, I'm talking, this is beyond Trump. I'm talking about black people, black culture, people of color. Their problem as a whole. I just got done watching Black Messiah, and even then, all it took was a couple of checks and someone going to prison to snitch and rat out on our own people. So let's talk about where the shit come from. And so, even though we talk about Black Lives Matter and Kumbaya, it's still gonna be somebody who gonna sit with Massa.
It was just somebody on Clubhouse. What was the show about, Blossom?
Which one?
The Clubhouse show about black people in the LGBT community.
Oh, so there was a room that was created yesterday that says we need to abolish the LGBT movement within the black community.
Really?
We need to abolish the LGBT movement in black people, which was straight up bullshit.
Mind you, it was also by pro-black people.
Pro-black
people who are pro-black people.
And let me be very clear. No, Bridget, let me be very clear as well. Some of them were vegan. Some of them were spiritualists. Some of them are deemed to be healers, but you want to remove you want to erase an entire movement that is also a part of the black community. You're a bunch of hypocrites.
Big time.
Hypocrites.
They were vegan, but they were having trans meat for dinner.
Fucking hypocrites. A bunch of hypocrites. How dare you? And I commend you, Bridget. I commend all of our trans brothers and sisters and siblings that was up there doing their thing. Because, see, I would have went up there and cussed everybody out. I would have cussed all of them out. And I would have called them out on that shit too. Like, how dare you say you're a vegan, you're a healer for animals, you're a spiritualist, you're all of these other things, but you want to erase an entire community's existence within the Black spectrum? Because there's levels to pro-Blackness. Let us be clear. There's very much there's very much levels to pro-Blackness. And some of that pro-Blackness don't always include Black trans people. So when y'all ready to talk about it, let's really talk about it.
That pro-Blackness don't even include all Black folks. So we want to be clear, honey. It's still a certain melatonin of Blackness. Like I said, when we stopped trying to buy into that system, like I remember when I grew up, right? When I was growing up, like I said, I'm older. When I loved the moment when I was, in high school and we had that Black moment and we were like all about Black people. What happened? Y'all let I'm saying generalized, not us. Y'all let Michael Kors, Versace, Gucci, and all them say, P. Diddy and Mary J. Blige. What's her name? Who had Baby Fat? No, fuck trying to have that Black shit. You come work for us. We're gonna give you an ad on Gucci. Fuck your own Black line. Come sit with us. When we stop doing that, when people start saying, "Oh, girl, I ain't watching the EBT Awards for the Black BET Awards," or the end up, when we start watering down our own shit to uplift whiteness, that's the problem. That we always go over there because they still feel like they need white people to validate them and pat them on the back and say, "Good job, boy, good job. Get your Emmy now." When we stop doing that and realize, just like how Harriet ran away and freed all them people, she didn't. When that Black man even told her, you can't go back, it ain't safe. Did she stop? When I watch slavery movies, when I watch documentaries, I take the strength, not the sad part, the strength that when people that look like me told them no, they still found a way. Mm-hmm. And so for me, I'm going against the machine. I'm not about to go sit with them. I'm not going to say, "Oh, the system is broken." No, we know the system is broken. Who gonna burn that bitch down and make a whole new foundation?
The system is not broken. It's doing exactly what it was intended to
do. So either we gonna make a new foundation or we gonna keep sitting over there. I choose to not sit over there because it's a waste of time.
Mm-hmm. I got tired of begging to be invited to the table because I Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I got tired of being invited. Waiting to be invited to the table. I realized that shit wasn't gonna happen. I'm Black, highly melanated, highly opinionated, unapologetic Black trans woman. So I already knew that the powers that be was going to ensure I didn't get to that table because, again, in order for these systems to remain the same, the people at the tables got to remain the same. So I realized I wasn't going to get invited to the table, so I decided to build my own fucking table.
That's what we got to do.
And so this is what it looks like now, building your own table. Now you can invite people to your table, and that we don't have to, sit exclusively at that toxic table that has been provided to us as tokens.
So let me ask you this, year. Let me ask you this. So instead of as we continue to have these separate but equal tables, because that's legit what it is. It's separate but equal. When do we get to the point where we can actually come together as a coalition, flip over that problematic table?
I don't get the separate but equal part because I don't see how it's equal.
Because here's the thing, though. You both got your tables. You got your table.
Wait a minute. No. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. I love you down, Blossom. I love you down, but there is a difference with somebody who had movers come in. They had the movers paid for. That came in and brought you a brand new table. Versus you not being invited to that table, so you had to build your own by hand.
Okay,
let's talk about what we have to do as trans women to be included in these spaces. We have to create our own.
But listen, though, we as
so those tables aren't equal because at my table we don't have the resources or the funds that is provided.
At the same we were not invited to those white tables, so we as Black people had to make our own stuff. So it was very separate but equal. The equality part is We got our own shit. They got their own shit. It's separate because they are not allowed in our shit and we are not allowed in theirs. So yes, it is very separate but equal. But my question to you is, because I hear what you're saying and I agree with you. I don't disagree with you. But as coming together, when do we get to the point where we become radical enough to flip their fucking table and demand
if it's
what is
separate,
rightfully ours?
if it's separate but yet equal, we don't have the right to tear down that table. So what we're saying by it being separate but yet equal,
even if the
we're
table
saying
is
that
of
it's
injustice,
fair.
but if the
So
table
they
is
have all right
but
to
if the
keep that table
itself is of injustice, if the table itself is of injustice, I'm not saying that it's a table like ours. Like I'm not saying that, you know, it's like we're family. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if it's a table of injustice, inequality, and all of these other things, when do we get to the point where things can stop being separate but equal? Because here's the thing: if I don't feel welcome at your table, Shia, guess what? I'm gonna go make my own table, and then we have two separate tables when we could have been worked together as one.
See,
it becomes
the
still
thing,
separate but
the
equal.
thing is my table. Yeah, my table has never been the table that has ostracized anyone. My table has always been for the underdog.
But that was for I'm just using that as an example. I'm not saying you personally, but I'm just saying.
I'm still talking figuratively as well. I'm just only talking figuratively. I'm talking about like when we build these tables, when we decide to build our tables, we're building tables with intentionality. The difference between their tables that have been there since since our oppression, since slavery time, those are the same tables that exist to this day, but they've just included a couple tokens. And so we what we feel is that those tables need to be dismantled, but we stop focusing on what our adversaries are doing, and we're focusing more on what we're bringing to our narrative, because we can't pause in our struggle to worry about what these cis people are doing that they've already been doing. We have to focus on a bright future for not only us but for our trans youth. And that looks completely different and looks completely selfless. And so what we're doing, we're still begging for funding, because we still need stuff at our table. That although we built this table, we still need some resources. We still need people to cater in some food and whatnot. We still need to make sure that, we have candles for our tables and whatnot. It's presented lovely and all that stuff. So what we've been doing so far in our communities is begging the gay man for resources. And so what that's looking like moving forward is that we're outnumbered. And when I think about the overwhelming number that we have with the gays, the drag queens, the cis people, because they all fit into this cis normative, although they're still queer. So they don't identify or connect with us on the level that we need, or that would be valuable for us. So what it leaves us is being the other. We're only used in the aspects as what can the trans people do for us? What can the narrative do for us? So we'll highlight these trans identities and these trans experiences because they're sad.
Hold on,
we can raise money.
Can I ask you this
but how much money actually hits those Black trans women pockets?
Can I ask you this though? What part do people in those situations play? I'm not giving all the power to the cis person. I'm not doing that. I don't put my faith in man. We still play a part. If you choose to be a token, you play the part. You sign that Black deal.
I'm not going to condemn nobody for being
no. See, you didn't let me finish my point. I did not. You could be a token. I didn't condemn you being a token, but you still have to acknowledge that you still chose to step into that role. You still have to acknowledge.
Right.
I don't care if I go to the mall with Ashley, not put my sister out there, and me and Ashley kicking it, and I see Ashley and Macy's wearing them out, and she told me in the car when we go in Macy's, bitch, I'm wearing it out, Miss Thing. I had a choice to say I'm out or a choice to come with her. That's all I'm saying. We still, as trans folks, sometimes want to separate and think because you trans that it exemplifies you from shit. It does not. We all still play a part. When I was at that toxic organization that I worked at for 8 years, I played a part. I was complacent in the beginning for a whole bunch of other shit for other motherfuckers.
We can't blame you for paying your rent.
No. I'm not asking you to blame me. None of y'all can't. But I still, with my own self-evaluation, I need to reflect and hold myself accountable. I still have to hold on to the part that I played. I don't get to say because I was trans and they always make us appropriate. I still made a choice.
How
When
do
it
you
was
hold yourself
uncomfortable, I
Ladies,
still made a choice.
ladies, I think we need to reset.
In which way can you hold yourself accountable?
I think we need to reset.
And how I no,
Let's
this is
take
how
a
me and my
deep
sister
breath.
it's a place of love. But we were sitting a minute. How I held myself
because not only are we
I'm
gonna
gonna
understand,
I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna tell you how. Because when I got my new job, I set intentions on how to treat me and what it meant to hire me and what it meant for me to be there. That's why I took them lessons in the next gig. I didn't put up with that shit that I put up with the other gig no more. This is what it means. This is what it means to have me in the space. These are things that are unnegotiable. And if you cannot do this, then do not have me in your space. This is what it means. This is what it means to book me. This is what it means to when I fly out. This is the airline. This is the hotel. This is the treatment. I started laying all that on and teaching them how I wanted to be treated versus waiting for them to do it and expecting them to do it. I flipped it and I took the initiative to say, nope, not this time around. I won't be the token. That looks like tokenism. That's in the part of this. Remember I hired here? I told y'all that's number 4. We're not doing that. So I flipped it and I took charge of it. I think that at some point we have to come out that victimism and you have to stand in your power and you have to take reins of your life. I am 42 years old. I didn't want to spend my whole life being in advocacy. I had other things I want to do. It's not fair for me to have to carry the whole back of the community on my shoulders all of my life when some of my community members won't even hold hands with me for themselves. That's not fair. That's not fair as well.
I learned how to hold myself accountable in the music industry. And it showed up like not taking these gigs that it didn't look a certain way. And when I come into these spaces as being the only Black trans woman, is mentioning to them that the need for other Black trans artists. So I didn't just come there, collect the money, and say, hey, oh, I'm doing the work. Oh, look at me. I came in with intentionality, saying that if you, because everybody says, what can we do? That when they ask me, what can you do? I'm not just going to smile. I'm going to tell you what I believe that you should do. And that's getting more people at this table. And so that's how I would do. And it would be other situations to where they wanted me to give my before pictures. I don't give nobody my before pictures. That's not how this works. So I turned down employment and as a Black trans woman that I got to still pay my bills at the end of the day because people aren't showing up for me like that. I can say, yeah, Lala would show up. Yes, I can always count on Ashley to show up to a gig. But it's not looking like that if it was another queer artist that was not trans, that they would show up for that show, spend that coin. And again, you're just putting your money and investing your money into an acronym that already has all the resources. But you will not show up for any Black trans artist, point blank in the period. So for me, what it meant for accountability is that, yeah, I feel like, that nobody asked me to carry this weight, this on my shoulder for the community or whatnot. I step out of my own selfness in order to help change this narrative, not to change it by myself, but to be a part of the greatness that was already happening with my trans sisters. And I said, I shouldn't be silent, sitting in stealth with this cis man that doesn't want me to identify as trans. That I don't see you as trans, I see you as a woman and all this stuff. I thought it was necessary with our trans sisters being killed that I come out of that and say, hey, I'm a Black trans woman. Hey, I'm a Black trans artist. So if history ever told this story, like we did not have the talent, that we did not have the tenacity, that we did not have the skill the determination to do what they're doing, it would be a fucking lie. But what we can say, and history will tell, is that they waited till we died to say our names. That they waited till Shea Diamond could not make money off her own music until she died, until now this money is being generated back into that same system that we've been trying to get it out of. And the end.
And see, back to my point, when we stop sitting with them, like I said, that's all I'm saying. I get what you're saying, sis, but I'm just saying, I'm not saying that I do the same thing, but I feel like some people, and we've been friends for a long time, like some people, just like I said, if I called and I said, okay, I went to the White House and Biden said, all you have to do is show up at 9:00. Girls will call me. Girl, I slept out last night. Can you go in line for me, girl? Girl, you got a ride? Girl, can you come pick me up? People want me to show up more than they will show up for themselves. Hold on.
People.
So I'm on the front line, giving my blood, sweat, and tears. Like, I don't have my own dreams and ambitions. Like, I don't live my life with a T on my head. I do this because that's what people want. But I hate it, to be honest. I don't lead with my identity. It makes me feel uncomfortable. That community makes me feel like I have to do this.
It puts a target on your back and they know it.
Like if you talk to me, so you can watch the video of me and my mother. Like, I never want to.
You are disposable. Right. I don't care what position you're working in. I don't care where you at. They will break you down when your experience looks like ours. Okay, what tokenism looks like is that when you as a trans person do not work for that organization, or you decide that you in good conscience or good faith that you can't do that anymore, they will just find another trans token to do the same work that you were doing. And so it's going to happen regardless. It's going to be somebody who wants that extra $50. That wants that $100 to come up to be that token. And so it's going to continue to happen. They're going to support that narrative. They're going to fund that narrative. But who is funding our narrative? What? It's the secrets that we don't tell. That the conversations that only
because everyone sits in self-serving, and I'm the victim. I'm the victim. I'm the victim. I'm the victim.
Y'all the only ones that really know what that picture with Joe Biden really stands for.
Yeah, because we had conversations.
Y'all the only ones that know what he whispered in my ear that night. I have not put it on social media. I have not amplified. I have not tried to tear nobody down. I've stayed silent and stayed focused on the work that I'm doing because I'm not fighting for my community. I'm fighting with my community to change this narrative. So it looks different when you think you're fighting for somebody. I don't want nobody to fight for me because I can fight for my damn self. But if you want to have my back, you can fight with me, alongside with me. But I don't want history to say you fought for me. What was I doing during the time you were fighting for me?
And that's all I'm saying.
I stay silent and continue to fight this fight within music that say, okay, you may not have given me visibility or wanted to give me visibility, but guess what? I'm still out here fighting for my life and fighting for my opportunities. Right. And you can say nobody gave you a damn thing. You can say nobody invited you to the table. And it's not no woe is me, feel sorry for me. It's saying, bitch, be empowered, feel empowered. Because if she built this own goddamn table, that at her age, if after incarceration of 10 years, and she still built this motherfucking table, being black, being fat, and having that experience, that it is possible for us to be able to do it. But we can't uplift our own narratives, our own stories. We're always in the back trying to tear down these stories instead of trying to say, okay, that story doesn't sound like mine or look like mine, but I support it because the trans narrative is not this thing to where it's the same. It looks different. Each trans experience looks different. That's why I do not allow cis women to say that womanhood belongs exclusively to them, because we own in our own rights femininity and our experience.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree, but like I said before, that's why I just shut my mouth, honey, and we just had no conversations on the phone with you or whoever else want to talk to me on the phone. I just respectfully disagree. There's so much stuff that happens in the movement that I personally and politically disagree with. And this one size fits all, check me off, I just don't agree with that. Like I said, to be honest, I had more peace in my life before I put and acknowledge that I had that T on my head. When I started leaving all that trans, and that is when my life changed. That is why I don't have no love life.
I had a sense of peace in my life as well.
Once I started that, and I've always been a hustler. So I don't want nobody to think that this organization did something for me, honey, because I was at 15 in these streets making my money. I'm a hustler. So I don't want nonprofits to feel like you have made me, honey. No, I bring my face and my tongue, bring something to any organization that I touch a mic on. So I'm just a hustler. I'm a different type of girl. So I'm not about to buy into that system. I already know what I bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? For me. So for me, I've always been a hustler. For me, because my friends were in community, that made me want to do. I've always had a job. And I'm not bragging, but I've always had a job. I stopped having my job because my girlfriends I came out with were sex workers because they didn't want to have a regular job. So what did I do? Quit my job, became a sex worker because I wanted to hang out with my community because that's what they said that we were supposed to do. So I stopped wanting to go to college. I stopped wanting to do all those things because I wanted to be with my community. So that's my story. So my thing is, it's 2021. I am 42. I transitioned at 15 in Detroit, Michigan, before Google, before Facebook. And if I have made it, there's no excuse for all the resources that we have today that we still want to sit in. I'm the victim, and everybody is so self-serving. That is all I'm saying. Everyone is so self-serving. Every time you turn around, it's a new advocate, it's a new fund up, it's a new this stuff. It's so okay. Why don't we just sit back and say we're gonna fund one initiative and we all gonna eat? But we're not gonna do that. Oh, Shia and Ashley and Blossom start a production company. I ain't going over there. I'm gonna go across the street, get me a GoFundMe. I'm gonna tell them how they need to fucking do it. That is what we do. Everything is so self-serving. That is what I am saying. So when everything becomes self-serving for me, and I have been doing this solidified for 13 years consecutively, up and down the fucking US, no eat, no sleep, you be on the phone with me. 13 years, I've given this community my life. I'm done. I would do my job. I would show up and do what I have to do, but I'm done with it's other things that I want to do. I feel like once you're in the movement, you have a right to jump in and out. Yeah. I don't feel like because I'm a leader, I'm supposed to be here all. It's okay for me to take it because it's becoming too much.
There's gonna be another trans woman that's gonna scoop it on up and come in and do it.
Yeah,
and so
that's all I'm saying. It gets very tiring for me at my age. Like we talk all the time. You always want oh no, sis, stick around. Like you already know my thing. I just want a house and have a house full of babies and dogs and a yard and plant my food. That's all I want. You know that,
baby. But you can keep all them babies.
Oh, you already know that, honey.
I want to live like those cis women, honey, that go out with their girlfriends and stuff on a night out, like Sex in the City.
I don't want any of that, honey.
I want to
I
go
passed that phase, honey. Just give me my house, honey.
I want to go on nice exclusive vacations. I want to go over to other countries, and I'm not trying to worry about somebody, having to take care of my child and not giving the same love and care that I would provide. Somebody trying to bring harm to my child. I can't think free like that and have fun like that. So for me, I said, okay, if ain't no child coming out of my bum, it's not my bum, but honey, this big old belly, honey. If ain't no baby coming out of this big old belly, then I'm just feeling like that's not going to be for me. And then
it's gonna be for me, honey. I'm gonna be just like these white folks, and I promise you, I'm gonna find me a surrogate, just like these white folks and these gay people do. I'm gonna find me one, and I'm gonna be good, just like they do. Just like they got their surrogates and their little sister parties. I'm going to find mine and watch. I'm gonna have your niece or your nephew, and all you're gonna remember this day when we had this conversation. Yeah, I'm gonna get mine. Period.
And I'm gonna be somewhere in another country, like, oh, let me see my
That's fine, honey. I'm not, honey. Like I told you, honey, I am not going overseas. I'm not going anywhere until my mother. I can't, honey. My mother can't travel. Mother, So I can't be moving. If they close down the border or something like that, my mother is my everything to me. So for me, I can't be living overseas. But I'll come visit you. I told you that. As long as my mother's here, my mother's too old to be travel. I can't pack her up and move her up. I just can't right now, honey. So it's for me, it's different. Like it's certain stuff I just can't do. Like when my grandma got at a certain age, it was just certain stuff I wasn't doing. I wanted to be closer to home. That's just me. I'm just like a home spirit kind of person. My family's very small, so for me, no, I'd love to do that, honey. But that's why I want to like. That's where this thing of family is coming from because our lineage is so small, and if we don't start spreading our lineage, we're not gonna have no lineage. Like my family's not even procreating in that way. Like I have not had no cousins or nothing in a while. Like they're not even trying to like extend our family. But that's a part of like still your lineage and your
I don't really concern myself with that level of concern. I love my family, I love my friends down, but I got one life to live. I'm closer to the grave than I am to the cradle.
Me too.
And so at this point, we ain't got that many summers left.
And that's why I'm doing this project because I got
never been outside of this country. I ain't never got a chance to experience love overseas or nothing else like that. You know, so for me, I need to do that because God created so much of this beautiful world and I want to see it. I believe that God wanted me to see it. And so I'm not going to wait on Sam. I'm not going to wait on Tom. I'm not going to wait on crazy bow-leg cousin Tim. I am going to live my life like it's my last because it just might be. And so I can't wait to celebrate myself. I can't wait anymore.
Oh no, I'm not. That's why I said I'm going. I ain't waiting, honey. I'm gonna have my child, honey. I'm gonna celebrate this conceiving of this child, honey. But that's just like for me, like, honey, like if people's lineage doesn't continue, like your legacy, eventually it just dies off. Like my dad's side of the family after
I was there.
Like my dad's side of the family, there is no more. Like we have like a couple cousins, and then that's it. Like they all died from overdoses, or they died when they was in prison. Like my dad's side of the family, it's gone. Like we try to trace back.
I look at half of our family
still alive. That's
half of our family don't even talk. It's still dealing with this toxic shit that they don't understand or want to accept that I'm trans. And it's been, child, I've been trans longer than half of them been alive at this point now. And so I'm not going to put my life on pause no more. I did 10 years in a prison. I'm not going to wait around for it. I am her, which means I get along swell by my goddamn self, which means that if I don't have another friend in the world, which means if I don't have another booking in the world, which means if a family member don't ever call me or a friend don't ever call me ever again, she is not going to stop living. She's not going to stop thriving. And so I think that I did that when it came to waiting on these cis guys to take me places, to do things for me, to pay for my hair, to pay for my nails.
Oh baby, I never put.
And
you already know me, child. You really, call me, I'm already out and about. Every Friday when the world was open, that's my movie day. When you calling me, where I'm at.
I didn't like how they were not.
I would call you. I would call you and
they
say,
were
girl.
not vested, but they observed so much of the stuff I pour into. So when I get my nails done, I get my hair done, I'm looking pretty. When I did laundry, the sheets are nice and clean and fresh. The towels are nice and clean and fresh. He's gonna sweat out them towels and sweat out them sheets. That's the only thing he's gonna bring to the table. And so when I said that I can't wait on him to come to the table and give me what I deserve. I can't sit there and rationalize with a human being of why I'm deserving of the love when I give so much of it out. So I unsubscribed to that narrative when I decided I couldn't wait on folks no more. I can't wait on people to accept me for the woman I am now. I have to continue to be the woman I am now. I got to build that strength up when nobody else is there to build me. And so I can't be so dependent on things outside of myself. And so I realized that we all gonna die, you know, and that does not exclude me. And so, but while I am here, you will not say that she did not live her best life or die trying. We have some comments. I run a trans organization in the UK. We sell rainbow stuff to the cis LGBT to fund the trans work. And that's what it looks like, even in the UK. So, it's interesting to see that this is not exclusive just to the US. And I didn't think it was, but just to have that affirmation and just to see how many people show up for us in these spaces when we got Trans After Dark and we got all this stuff. How many of these men that we uplift so much show up for us? How many of these family members would tune into this live and say, let me support my family member. Let me support my cousin. Let me just share it on one of my pages.
My family couldn't come. They text my phone and said this is too late for them. They got to work in the morning.
Yeah, yours would.
So I'm sensitive to that because, like I said, my situation is different. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm close with my family.
Yeah,
so,
everybody.
And so I want to be. So I want to be. Yes, I want to be sympathetic to that and know that, but also know because Shia knows that because my family is that way. My family is also so extending to my family, to my friends, because they know that everyone doesn't have that. Like my mom calls Shia her daughter. My mom calls Nala her daughter. You know what I'm saying? My mom extends her love because she does know that. So it's just not like I'm saying, oh, I got my family, you don't. But because my mama understands that, she extends her love to my whole community. So it's different for me.
I don't think it's the difference of a lack of love. I just think it's people who don't know how to show up.
No, yeah, and I'm saying I know families could like trigger certain people, so I want to tell people like I'm not forcing families, or I'm just saying that I have a different perspective about family because mine was different. That's all I'm saying.
And this is a testament not to pacify a situation, but this is just to set out so people can do better. Yeah. So this is not to uplift cis people. Cis people get uplifted. Right. This is about the trans narrative of how you can show up for trans people. And so if people didn't know, now they know, and so that's how we change this narrative. But we cannot change it by sitting on everything. We in our Black communities have been taught that we need to be silent. And so we become complacent. And so we utilize these positions in family, but they're not valued. And so we think about like where we are in our lives now, as far as in our careers and stuff. And trans women are not some run of the mill as people. They're out doing amazing things. And so what does it look like when your love life can change or your family dynamic can change just because of how successful you are? Like we talk about how many years it takes for people to show up, and what ways do they show up? I think those things are really important because again, we're doing this for our youth so that they can have a better situation than what we're having. And so that's why I always think it's important for us to be a testimony of our times. If we don't document it, it never happened. And
that's true.
Why we having this amazing Valentine.
But I think that sometimes we lean into the loop too much, and I'm not. And maybe I could just be who I am. I feel like the youth have more resources than I had at my age. So I feel like sometimes, we lean into that. Like they have so much resources. It's that middle point, and seniors we need to now shift and focus on, because particularly in New York City, once you get 23 years old, you age out all those fucking systems. You age out of that comfort zone. You age out of that support system. They put you in an LGBT affirming shelter or LGBT foster system. And as soon as you age out, you back in the world. And it's like, wait a minute, transphobia. So I feel like seniors, there's not enough resources for our seniors. And then that middle point. Because it's always gonna be money for the youth.
Resources for us.
Huh?
We're fighting for our youth. It's not enough resources for us either.
I live in New York.
We're
so I
fighting
feel like
for our seniors.
In New York City, the problem is if you youth, you can get help. If you not youth, you can't get help. Am I right or wrong, Ashley?
The only help they normally give is to people who are HIV positive. People who don't have
No, not for youth. No, you don't have to be positive for youth. I'm talking about youth in New York.
That's one thing we all agree with. It's the youth. That's one thing we can't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In New York City, I can speak where I live at. It's that middle point and the seniors that get lost. Even though they got these senior homes, they're only putting the white LGBTQ in those senior homes.
course.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's always the middle point in them seniors that get left out because there's always money for the youth.
Why do you think Black love looks the way it looks right now? Why isn't it more palatable? It's because they don't represent it. You don't see during Valentine's Day some trans love existing. You can partner with all these great loves, these great trans loves. You know, there's trans on trans love, the cis on trans love. It's so many different openings to where they can celebrate, but they choose not to celebrate. So that's why
I think it's where you live at. Because I see it in New York.
Natural.
I see it in New York.
Some of that
where you
is
live
still
at.
our struggle to be regarded as lovable, right? Like
that
in
part.
shows, in movies,
and that's in queer society.
Queer
that's in cis society. That's in every other element where we like are not by virtue of our identities. Like they still struggle to perceive us as lovable. They don't know if they want the kids to participate in sports. They don't know if they want the adults to have healthcare access. They don't know if they want the teenagers to be able to go to college when you're talking about trans individuals. And so when we talk about love, right, which is not as basic on the hierarchy of needs as, you know, shelter, food, education, healthcare, etc., right, that drives a wedge between what we aspire for and what we go out and exemplify as individuals versus what we're able to then replicate for the entire trans community, right? There's estimates about 1.5 million trans people in the US. That's a lot of people, like no matter how you slice it. And
Bianca, I would also like to touch a basics on what you said. You said that before I started my hormones, more than a few of my sisters said I wasn't trans enough. How did that make you feel?
It was one of those things. Ultimately, I had to take it in one ear out the other, right? Because I'm like, like I'm not doing that for a reason, and I'm not doing it for a really good reason, right? I want to ensure my likelihood for a life goal that I have for myself that has now since passed. I want to make sure that that's at least possible, right? Not necessarily probable or like likely or anything like that, but just the possibility, right? And that time has come and gone, and now I've since began that medical side of transition as well, and a lot of those comments have dried up, which is really nice. But also a lot of that shit dried up. One, because we're in the Panam era, and two, because those people are not in my life in that same way anymore. They don't get access to me, right? When I can explain to someone, hey, here's what I'm not doing this, or here's the thing I'm not doing, and here's why. And their thing is, so what? We still disregard you as one of us. I was like, all right, cool. Well, if I'm not one of you, you go your way, I'll go mine, and we'll meet in the middle where we need to. If it's a life or death issue with you, you're still my sister. I'm still gonna look out for you. I'm still gonna go to bat for you. But right now, I don't feel like you're going to bat for me, and that's unequitable. So it's dealing with that, right? Where it's like, look, I know I still need to, like, when shit gets real in the field, to show up for you. But when times ain't as chaotic or times ain't as smooth sailing,
can you name 3 people that will show up for you right now?
Ooh, I could name 3 people that would show up for me right now, and I'm not going to name them because I don't know.
No, you don't have to.
Yeah. But I can name. Like I got 3 people who would in this city drive to either end of the limit, steal a car to do it if they had to. And I don't know 3 people who would hop a flight for me if they had to. So it's good that
Bianca, if you're nice to me.
Blossom. Blossom, you better stop playing on my YouTube. I have never not been not only nice, I've never not been kind to you, right? And there's a difference between nice and kind, right? But like I have always been unflinching in my, and this is to everybody, right, on this panel. Like I think that we because I'm not as ingratiated to this friend circle, which is why I've been pretty silent for the most part. Because there's a history here that I can't just like inject myself into, right? But
you're a part of this history now, girl.
I do. That's what I'm saying. I'm part of the current event.
Yeah, we're making history now.
And that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, we're laying the foundation.
Show up
and giving people like what sisterhood like really should fucking look like. It should be right. So I'm hoping that y'all will.
I know Bridget will show up for
out.
the now. So I done added 2 more trans sisters to my list of people will show up. I already know Blossom gonna show up for me. Lala gonna show up for me. Ashley gonna show up for me. It's a given. Those are my sisters, and so now this is what it looks like when we really send these invitations. That's why I don't call people out. I call them in. People that's gonna show up for me, they're gonna show up for me. And so me and my sister used to always talk about who's checking for you, and so that's important because I always like to think of this tragic thing that if something were to happen to you, who would be the first 3 people that would know? And so it would probably be the people that called you in the last 3 days, the last 2 days, the last 24 hours. Like, do you have that consistency? And sometimes this is when we don't have that consistency in our lives. People look for the lack of support in our lives in order to bring violence to us. And mainly these people that we position our lives to love upon now. And so they realize, first of all, you stay by yourself. They want to get rid of your friends. They want to get rid of your family. And so then when you got nobody to advocate for you, they can do whatever the fuck they want to with you. So I always like to know who is checking for you.
Question. How many people are watching this right now?
5 people.
Okay. I was going to shoot my shot to Bianca, but I'll pass.
They all in...
You want my phone number?
They all in the whatchamacallit.
I was going to shoot my shot to Bianca.
Are they watching from YouTube, Facebook, or...
Yeah.
Yeah, I always want to know
where they still in the other room, honey. They still on the
I mean, y'all know what this pose means right here. So
what
pose? Wait a minute.
Y'all know what this pose means right here.
Let me go.
The phone is kind of up and in the view, and
let me get my piece.
Let me see what's going on.
Yeah, Bianca's interest is somewhere else. So
because they in that room, honey. Oh.
They still in that room. Which one?
Oh, they finally closed it. It was open because
I closed it.
Okay.
Because, yeah, it was time.
Did you close the actual room?
No. The one that was from last night, the 27-hour room.
Yeah.
No one was in it, so I closed it.
Bianca said it was time. Bianca said it was time.
I was the last one in it, so I just left because I was
that makes sense.
Here. I told her earlier my power went out, so it was like, okay, I can't.
That's true.
I can't be on this call because shit was all acting weird. But as soon as I got good to go, I was like, all right, let me make sure my internet's booted up. Cool. Now I'm on my laptop. I'm good to go. But we rolling. Never on schedule, always on time, right?
That's right. And we create our own time. Like, I think this really helps for us to I like to see my treatment in spaces so I can know how to show up. So I like to know who's showing up for me so I can know who not to show up for.
Baby, it's a whole game. It's a whole game for me. It's a whole game for me.
And if you see this comment on the screen,
you've been on the phone with me. Baby,
if you see this comment on the screen, right, that says
some people you get I'm showing up late. Some people you get it's just too much anxiety. I can't take no pictures today. Some people is getting I need to get out the back door. I have anxiety. I can't do it. Yeah, it depends on the situation. Yeah, I play with them like they play with me. Oh my gosh, you're just so strong. You're so powerful. Yeah, you are too.
This quote on the screen is part of that, though. Like it says how we work for freaks. We're giving the community a voice, right? And it's like, yeah, that's so true. Like there are so many people, right? Where I know if it's going down, if it get real on the field, I gotta be ready to go. I gotta be ready to act. But when the shit get real in the field for me, it's oh, Bianca, it'll get better. You can handle it. You're so strong. You're this, you're that. And I'm like,
yeah, that's the thing.
No, right now.
That, honey. Oh my God, you're so powerful.
Right now, I'm vulnerable.
How did you make it? How did you go through it? How do you go through some of the shit you go through? That's why I said I am starting to play with them. I don't care no more. I am playing back with cis folks. I'm sorry. I need a training. I don't understand that. I don't speak cisgender. I need a training. Send me to HR. I need a training. I don't understand nothing you said in that email. I need a training. I need a sensitivity training. I need one. I'm her.
Blossom.
Yeah. Send me to HR.
Blossom. What the spirits say? I think my anxiety is kicking in. I'm looking for a basement to sneak out of.
I can't pull my tarot cards out right now, but wait, you're looking for a what?
No, Lala was saying that the girls will say that they sneak out the back door.
No. That's what I do. No shade.
Oh.
Because when I go in these spaces, so like beginning, like at the beginning, and like maybe Blossom and like Shia maybe say like you got all these things. It's like parading of like your trauma and your identity. It's like we have all these Black trans women at the gala, and so like it's all these intrusive cis people wanting pictures, running up to you, just doing all this stuff. So when I've had enough and I felt like your free ticket has left its course, I'm telling them, get me to the back door. I have anxiety. I need to leave. I'm not taking no more pictures. I'm ready to go. That's what I'm saying. I started controlling when I go into the room. You could you be here by 9 o'clock? I get there at midnight. Like I started controlling and stop letting them feel like it's on their time. It's on my time. If I feel like you ain't, you don't have my well-being or you just playing, I just exit out. Like I have this thing I say when I've had.
You don't stay for the Metro card?
Huh?
You don't stay for the Metro card?
Oh no, I'm out way before then. And I'm out the back door. I'm out before then. I'm out way before then, honey. Sometimes because my sister be like, "Girl, you didn't take." Sometimes my sister like, "Girl, you so shady, you didn't take one picture." Because I wouldn't even take a picture. I would dash. I would sit up there. I would geek the girls up and line the girls up and do the hover, and they won't catch me in one. I'm out.
Do the hover.
Yeah, y'all should yes. Pose, yeah. I hold your purse, yeah, girl. I hold your purse. I'm her. I hold your purse. Get in there.
Too much.
Because it's just a game, and so I feel like that's just how. Particularly if I'm coming, and you want to give me an award, or I really play the game like that. You want me to get up here and give you a sappy story so people can give you some more money? Y'all need to understand. I need a handler. I need to be picked up from the airport, honey. And I'm leaving early, honey. I'm not taking a picture with all your donors. Like I need to. It's a whole bunch of stuff because it becomes a lot. It becomes very intrusive, and then when they're intoxicated, some of them their mouths get they get too touchy, and they get very. It'd be a lot for me, and so my other alter ego don't come out. I have to leave, and she knows. She's like, "Oh, girl, you can get out of there, girl, because your ego coming out. It's time for you to hit the door." Because it comes to a point where I feel like they cross the line because they feel like they just can't. You know what I'm saying? And then they default on, "Well, you're an advocate. You shouldn't act like that." That has nothing to do with your fucking problematic behavior,
right?
Particularly like gay men in those spaces. Oh, hey, bitch! I'm like, girl, don't call me a bitch. I'm Goddess Queen Sister. Don't call me a bitch. Oh, girl, I got an incident. It was here in New York City. Oh, girl, it's just a word, honey. Everybody's a bitch. I said it, but I'm not a bitch. And so, therefore, you are still inserting what you want to call me. I told you don't address me as that. And so, I think because other people, my sister told her, hey, diva. Bitch, I am 42 years old. I am not no diva. Don't diva me. Because to me, that insinuates you trying to act like you clock something. Hey, girl. Right. Hey, diva.
Oh, my God.
I hate all of that.
Because they would never do it to a cis woman.
I hate all of that.
When I be out in these streets just looking degular, right? Just
because that's their way of saying they clock. Like, and then as soon as you walk away, ain't he pretty? Oh, he look good.
I didn't even know.
He fooled me.
Yeah. So I don't play with him. So I don't even give him a chance to play in my face like that. So I just stay right out their way, honey.
Yeah, I've had all of that. Like this my, oh my God, you look pretty. Oh, you look real. You look like a real woman.
Oh my I be going to Pride with my nephew, honey. Yeah, I know. Hey diva, hey girl, hey Miss Thing. I don't like all that.
My nephew gay like you.
You know what, Ashley? I gotta go.
Girl, they be so irritating.
But
it's
you know they give that. I'm so sorry they give that.
Oh my God, I just love your hair, and I'm
getting relaxed.
I just love your this. Look your dresses. I'm like, shut the fuck
yeah,
up.
My son is gay like you.
Oh my gosh. Like you. Oh, or the ones.
Do you watch Drag Race?
Oh God, what? I gotta go. I gotta go
too. I'm out of here.
No, not Drag Race.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Oh
honey.
my God.
Yeah, honey. I'm out
How
of here
long have you
now.
been doing drag, bitch? I'm in a Bob the Builder t-shirt and jeans and slides. What do you mean? What do you mean?
You
Like,
know,
I love
the whole
RuPaul.
thing. I'm so glad that so many people, kind of like listen when and respected me when I said, that I didn't like, the bitch,
I don't like it either.
word,
And
and
it's still a word I'm uncomfortable using, even because I still got
yeah.
this baritone voice, and I'm like, it sounds weird coming from me. If you're around a bend and you don't see me, and you hear me going, bitch this, bitch that, it's like, ooh, who the fuck is
Some
giving
people,
that? And then
when
you
they
round
hear
that
you
corner and you
say it
see
a
me, it's like,
million
oh,
times, don't call me no bitch, but they will still fix their
mm-hmm,
lips to say it. It's showing that they do not respect you. They do not
Right.
respect your rights of privacy. They do not respect you in your trans existence, period. And so they show you by how they show up for you.
Yeah,
And
telling
so
me
I
telling me
stopped
how big
allowing
my
people
booty
to
is,
show up in my
grabbing my
life that way.
boobs, touching my hair, all of that stuff, honey. I hate
Right.
all that, honey. I
Mm-mm.
hate when they grab my ass. I so many times I had to catch myself from not knocking one of them out because that's just my natural response. I'm like, ooh, I'm out of gal.
You could only imagine what I went through when I first got out of prison. And everybody wanted to touch my titties. All these cis women wanted to touch my titties. Oh my God. They feel so real. Because they are real. But when I get them done, honey, they're gonna be real too. But you know what I mean? Like, what gives them the right? It's them saying that they don't validate your womanhood. They look at you as as being the opposite, and they think they have a right to your body, and that you're just like entertainment for them. And so, ooh, how cute is it that you can look the way you look, but we both know what you is, right? And when you get into a situation to where you have somebody being violent towards you or abusive towards you, why don't you just take that off? You are still a man. People can't wait to give you their truth about who you are.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at this comment. The 6 folks who say you're so brave. I'm not brave. I don't have a choice. I just live my goddamn life. I hate it when the cis come once a year to go up on us like we're animals in a zoo.
That's pride. That's
And
pride. Every year, that's pride.
it's real. And so
they do this thing, right, where it's just like, oh, we want to be so inclusive, and we want to, wow, you're so brave for living your truth, and da da da, and it's like, I don't know, like, I'm alive, and the truth is, I'm kind of scared because these kind of words you're paying me now might be like insults in 5 minutes if I don't give you exactly what you want and how. So don't play these ball-headed games in my face because
Right. As soon
you
as
say
they
don't play
don't get
those
what they
what?
want.
Don't play those what?
I said don't be playing ball-headed games in my face because I ain't got time for that type of shit. So
No,
Bianca,
but it's
how
so
old are you?
true.
Not
I'm
them bald head
36.
games.
How
I'm
old?
36. I'm 36.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, okay.
Don't
Am
play
I
them
am I
bald head
am I
games
am
with
I in your
me.
range, Blossom? Am I in your range?
I'm 34. Thank you.
Okay.
Ooh.
Sounds like you're trying to shoot your shot to me.
Blossom, I don't know where you've been, but that's been happening for a whole night now.
Yo,
Bianca
no,
has not been trying to
shit.
shoot her.
Yeah, stop. Shit, stop. You stop right
Bianca
now.
has
Shit. You
not been
stop.
trying to
I
shoot
was
her shot.
already
Stop.
starting
Stop.
trouble,
Stop.
Bianca.
I
You
tried
Stop.
to
know who
shoot.
I
So
am
I
if
tried
I
to
Stop.
shoot my
didn't do
shot.
it.
I tried to shoot my
11.
shot at Bianca a couple of weeks ago, but she chose another trans woman in the group, and so I
Oh,
was like,
I
okay.
did what with whom? What? Hold on.
I
11.
was slick trying to shoot my shot to
Rewind.
you.
Rewind. Hold on.
I
Blossom,
was
listen
slick
to
trying
me.
to show.
Blossom, listen to me. If you tried to shoot your shot at me, I'd have got on the plane tomorrow. I don't know where I'd have went, but I'd have got on the plane tomorrow.
Ooh.
So you would have came to me.
I would have got on the plane tomorrow. I don't know where I would have went. I don't know what would have did, but I would have figured it out. I would have figured out a way.
Church fan.
Church fan.
You are right down the coast, and flights ain't but so expensive. Okay.
Ooh,
I'm snowed in
you
now. I
don't got
can't go
why are you
nowhere.
getting all
Where are
shamefaced in
you?
this
I'm in
moment?
Portland. I'm in Portland.
Show up.
All right.
Blossom ain't never scared.
We make good. Wait, no. Hold on. We are in a Panamera. So here's what I'm gonna do. Okay.
Put a mask on and fly like everybody else do.
Hold on. Hear me out. I get the second shot in 3 weeks. And then I'll be TTG. So while you playing these, I shot my shot by you was just thinking about me, I think.
Bianca don't play those games either because Bianca's like, listen, like I was like, Bianca, a lot of people be shooting they shot at you. Bianca was like, I don't see my DMs feel
I don't know. I'm 6'4". It takes a lot to get things over my head. So
okay, I'm 6'3", so nice try.
Okay, so we eye level.
And 11.
So we eye level. You ain't said nothing but a word.
Miss Ashley!
Ashley is so silly.
Blossom revealed it's 11.
Oh, it's child. Oh, for the after dark. See, I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna leave that for the grown up after dark. I feel like this is like the PG after dark.
So there's gonna be an after party.
There's definitely gonna be an after party that people can come to. So if you're listening live,
we still live. Hold up. We still live?
Yeah, because it's in 3 hours, Shia.
In 2 hours and 50
yeah.
minutes.
I think we're gonna bring this to a close, and then we would do like we normally do, and just create our Trans After Dark. So be free, feel free to follow us on Clubhouse. It's a new app that we as trans people are trying to be more a part of, and we would definitely love y'all support and showing up for us, having these conversations. And a lot of the times it looks like we are always defending our narrative, and we would love people that love us to show up as well. So that way we don't have to do this unpaid labor.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do like the activism 24/7, right?
24/7, yeah. It's
a time and a place for it. And look, when it's time to go, it's time to go.
We're gonna unwind at the after party on Clubhouse.
At the after party.
So
so I guess we can do our farewells. I'll read this last comment in respect for our viewers that have been here with us the whole time
for 3 hours.
Facebook,
thank
Instagram.
Bro, if you've been there for 3 minutes, shout out to you. Thank you for being here.
Definitely. Authentic Beauty, thank you so much for being here. And in the respect of that, but as a community leader, we can't swear back, can't react, can't have down days. They want us to be perfect little grateful folks. And so yeah, that's well said. That's well said.
I'm down to be diplomatic about it, but at the same time, it's like, yo, can we just not? Can you just appreciate me silently? Like, if you don't know me, just like if we got history, we got vibe already, then that's one thing. Of the circumstance that like permits it, right? To where it's like,
let me burp my baby.
but don't jump out the bushes while I'm trying to like find my favorite cookies on the shelf. Tell me how you love my hair and my shoes are cute and you just love the way this dress fits on.
Oh, that part.
Like, you're doing a lot. You gave me 3 compliments. We fucking now. Like, you know that, right?
Oh, so y'all already know it's gonna get grown.
You gave me 3 in one shot. Like,
we don't know how it goes down in Trans After Dark. It's gonna get real grown real fast.
Blossom was already in that room.
Blossom,
no, I'm not.
She cut the light off. She's ready.
No, Blossom on here via her phone.
You got the silhouette light on, sis. So you got that silhouette challenge light ready to go.
Oh,
talk about it.
Lisa, it was great having you. Thank you so much.
Talk about it before it. Talk about
a little bit,
honey.
a lot of it, or the whole bit. Thank you so much. Love you. We'll see you next time.
Okay.
And if you got an iPhone, get on Clubhouse. Hit one of us up. We'll get you the invite.
Definitely join us on Clubhouse. The party will continue.
If you got an Android,
sorry, you can't join.
Yes.
You got the Android.
You must have iPhone only, y'all. That's Clubhouse.
iPhone only. Sorry, y'all.
Blue Bubble Society, baby. I ain't trying to be elitist, but
I gotta do a special thanks to everyone that showed up for Trans After Dark. I love y'all down.
So much love to all
Thanks
y'all.
for hosting
Love
this.
love this panel. You know, like I said, I'm the
Yes,
new girl in
I
the
feel
in
like
the,
I
in the
wasn't
crew.
alone for Valentine's Day. Like I had my friends that showed up, and so
Right.
it makes me feel good. Like
Oh,
I bought my
oh,
niece
Lisa's Android. Oh
for
no.
Valentine's,
Oh
But
no.
guess
Thanks for
what?
bringing the
I
girls
had
out.
company. You said what, Ashley?
Thanks for bringing the girls out. They're sitting lovely.
Oh
And
yeah,
are.
they want to come to play. It is Valentine's Day. They
double me, swallow me.
I wasn't supposed to leave them at home or whatnot. Ooh. Wobble, wobble. Wobble, wobble, wobble.
You
Let
better
them wobble,
shake.
wobble.
Wobble, wobble.
Let them wobble, wobble.
Shake.
Come
Come
on,
on,
wobble,
shake
wobble.
it.
Let them shake, shake. Let them wobble, wobble. She just shake, shake. Oh, so I felt like this was supposed to be a time I was supposed to have like a little jam going. Can somebody find a quick sheer diamond
just a piece?
No, we need some romantic girl, like we always fighting for our rights. Maybe Good Pressure or Keisha Complexion. Can somebody find that for me for our outing so we can dance to this a little bit before we end in our
Already
little
on it. I move fast, baby.
Hey.
Happy Valentine's Day to all y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining us. This is Trans After Dark with amazing, beautiful, talented, tenacious transphobia in the building. Make sure y'all follow us on Clubhouse. It's exclusive for the iPhone users. Love and light, y'all.
I never felt like this. Yeah, with just one kiss. Ooh, you got me so bashful, baby. You got me so bashful, baby. You got me so bashful, baby. Honey, I like my dirty mouth. You knew me, you had. I never been so undefined. When you say you love my Keisha complexion, in a way I ain't never expected. You got me admiring my own reflection. So hot in this place, look at my cheeks, like apples, and I'm breaking a sweat. Got my heart beating faster, but I'll never regret you. Cause it's worth it. So I never felt like this. Yeah, with just one kiss. You got me so fast, baby. You got me so fast, baby. You got me so Look at my cheeks, like apples, and I'm breaking a sweat. On my heart beating faster, but I'll never regret. Cause it's worth it. I so I never felt like this. Yeah, with just one kiss. Ooh, got me so bashful, baby. You got me so bashful, baby. You got me so bashful, baby. You got me so bashful, baby.
Yes. Love and light, y'all. We will see y'all in Trans After Dark, the after party, whatever, what have you, or whatnot. And make sure for y'all that are at home, that are just watching this, make sure you share this broadcast on your what? Your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter. Just share it on your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter. Share it on your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter. Hey,
You got that Snapchat or that TikTok or that other shit. Then share that too.
I love you, Bianca.
Lean with it, rock with it, lean with it,
That
rock
other
with
shit.
it.
We love you too, Facebook user. Thank you so much.
Much love to all of y'all so much.
Thank you so much for being with us for 3 hours.
3 hours. Oh my
3 of them
God.
things.
So now for those of you who want to join us for that after party, meet us in Clubhouse where we'll be going live in 5 minutes. Love and light.
Good night, everybody.
Hey.